John Bent, Janssen! And Blackburn Rovers are 18 minutes away from a Premiership return.
As far as Stewart, just outside the penalty area, clips it central for David Dunn. David Dunn equalises. It just had to be. Dax corner and it goes. Glance towards goal, and Rovers have taken the lead. And Charlie Mulgrew has scored his 14th of the season.
Rovers fans, welcome back to another Rovers Chat watch along. Apologies for the slight delay, but we should be up and running now. I'm absolutely stressed out, I won't even lie, but we are here for Rovers, their game against Cardiff City at Ewood Park this afternoon. I'm scrambling at the moment to get all the what do you call it, the overlays ready. I've just got to sort those out and edit those a little bit. But Rovers going in with a decent side, pretty happy with the way it has all gone for us in terms of lineups. We'll get to that one in just a moment. But first of all, make sure to subscribe to Rovers Chat. If you are new to the channel, loads of stuff coming out in the very, very near future relating, of course, to Rovers. So get yourself involved if you haven't done so already, because you don't want to be missing out on all of the great Rovers Chat content we have got coming up, including all of these watch-alongs, and I will be here to do all the watch-alongs for the rest of the season, so you don't want to be missing out on that. All the watch-alongs should be ready in just a moment. All the watch-along stuff should be all good to go, so we'll sort that out in just a very, very quick moment. So that should be sorted now. So we'll bring that up in just a moment's time. Couple of comments. Here we go. Hi, Dizzy Thumbs. No pressure, just us. Yeah, I'll just calm down for a second. I need to calm down. I've just been on another watch along, and we've ended slightly later. So usually I like to give myself 5 minutes to get across. I've waited until 11:29, and I thought everything was going to be ready, like all the lineups and stuff. Like quite often, it is all there, and nothing was there, so I'm slightly flustered, but we are getting there. So if I just take it back across the watch along, we'll slap over the overlay, and you can see the lineup, which I haven't even had time to read out yet. Look at me being so unorganized, but that is the way it is sometimes. I'll readjust myself, and the lineup is there on the screen. I believe it's the same lineup as Hull, if I'm correct in saying so. Kaminsky, Nyambe, Pickering, Ayala, Rothwell, Gallagher, Dolan, Buckley, Diaz, Lenihan, Travis. Good Rovers team is that. And in terms of Cardiff, I haven't even got my thoughts together to sort out the Cardiff lineup yet. They've got Dylan Phillips in goal, Perry, NG, Morrison, Flint, Nelson, Bagan, Pack, Volks, Bakuna, Colwill, and Moore. So that's a decent team for Cardiff. I do need to get that all scribed down, which I will do in just a second. But I just need to get myself together. I haven't even connected my HDMI up yet. This is not a good start to the watch along. Hopefully, Rovers can play some decent bit of football, and we're not looking too bad. Just so I can get this out of my mind. But Rovers fans, get your comments in down below. Give me just 1 minute, and I will get to all of those as quick as possible. I appreciate that it's not been a great start, but you know, they do say start as you mean to go on. Hopefully, we can go on a little bit better than this. But hopefully, you know, everything goes up from here. Everything goes up from here. Will Volks obviously scored against Rovers, didn't he, at the end of the first COVID-affected season when Adam Armstrong scored that absolute belter away. That was the same game, wasn't it? I remember watching that in the caravan. We were away on holiday, and I remember watching that, and none of the rest of my family are very much into Rovers. So I was watching that game alone, and oh my God, I may have woken up a few people because I was celebrating that hard at how good that goal was. It was quite unbelievable, to be honest with you. But I had to celebrate, because if I didn't celebrate, I wasn't doing that goal justice. Yeah, it looks like Colwill's up top according to Google, and then Perry, NG will be slotting in at right back. So that should be the lineups all sorted. Let's me dip into the comments quickly if there are any. There are another couple, so we'll dip into those ever so quickly. And then I just need a minute, if I will, just to get myself sorted. Hello to you, Jared. Happy with the consistent team, I do agree, which is nice. You know, it's nice for once to have, you know, I'm not ever going to say this because I hope I get the audience grows later on. But for the moment, it's good to have no audience because I'm really, 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 you know, slightly flustered, but that's okay. I'm going to play, what I'm going to do, I'm going to play a quick sponsor message and hopefully that gives me enough time to get myself ready. So we'll play a quick 6 yards out message and then we should be back for the next 2 hours. So this is about the last break you're going to get from me. So do enjoy it. I'll be back in 30 seconds time when hopefully everything is all set and ready to go. Here on Rovers Chat is Rovers against Cardiff. They'll watch along with myself, Ollie Walker-Peel. Be back in about a minute.
Beyond bent. Janssen! And Blackburn Rovers are 18 minutes away from a Premiership return.
As far as Stewart, just outside the penalty area. Clips it central for David Dunn. David Dunn equalises! It just had to be. Dax corner and it goes. Glance towards goal! And Rovers have taken the lead! And Charlie Mulgrew has scored his 14th of the season.
The Rovers Chat YouTube channel is proudly sponsored by 6yardsout.com. They've got retro football from every era with mugs, phone cases and much more. They also have plenty of Rovers goods including apparel with the famous 94-95 season and this season's kit. Check them out using the link in the description below.
And like clockwork, I am back. There we go. It's nice to have just a minute just to get myself ready and sorted. But yeah, there we go. So let's get everything ready to go. We will read out the lineups, as we say, just in a little while once again. And then we'll get into some actual match action, which will be nice, of course, as always. But we do go like that there. We'll go there, and then we're all good to go. Quick one from Jared. Says, had the cops called on me after Benny McCarthy's FA Cup goal while he was living in Boston. Interesting story, that one, mate. I would have been, 2 when he scored that? I really don't remember it. I think, for me, despite the League One season, I mean, I've had some good times being a Rovers fan, don't get me wrong, but I missed, like, the glory eras of the club, if you will. I missed, like, the Worthington Cup win. I was alive, but, you know, not old enough to remember, like, the Europa League or UEFA Cup runs. So I've just seen a couple of Premier League seasons and relegations, really. That's been my journey, if you like, as a Rovers fan, which has been an interesting one. But yeah, there you go. I need Dan to put a tweet out that we're live. We've got 3 viewers at the moment. So as good as these 3 viewers are, we could do with that increasing. I'm sure it will once kickoff comes around. But hopefully it does. Testament to my loyalty. I mean, yeah, like, that's the thing. Like, to be fair, I grew up on Brock Hall, so despite the multitude of clubs that I could have supported, like, to be fair, you'd think, realistically, you'd think that if you have a dad that played professional football, you'd probably support one of the teams that your dad plays for. But no, I haven't done, and I've supported, in fact, the absolute rival of the team that he grew up supporting. The absolute rival. Yeah, my dad hated Rovers growing up. And yet, because I lived on Brock Hall, there was no other option for me. There was no other feasible option. So I went with Rovers, and stuck with them pretty much. I used to collect other football shirts as a kid. Like, I used to, I used to love football growing up, so I collected other football shirts. But I was only ever going to support Rovers, and I'm still here. And I'm Rovers till I die. I'm the literal epitome of that song. I sing it quite a bit. So yeah, I am Rovers till I die, and I'm so happy. There's been all this conjecture about, all these ticket prices. We have 9,000 fans in the ground. I'm not going to get to a game at Ewood in a very long time, but I will support Rovers from here, and I'm fine with that. And until I get back to Ewood, and that is the one place. That's the one place I want to go. Despite everything that everyone says about, how good is Australia, it's brilliant, but I miss Ewood so much. Like, you don't understand. It's been 9 years. It's been 9. Oh, has it been 9 years? No, not quite. It'll be less than that. It's coming up to 9. It's coming up to 9. No, coming up to 8. Sorry, coming up to 8 years. This December when I've last been to Ewood, and I want to go back so much. People starting to roll in. Here we go. This is more like it. 4 now, says Rob. Absolutely brilliant. Good to have you here. Yeah, people are rolling in. This is about more normal. Oh, okay. I don't mind you, Neil Yardley, but I've got to turn you down a little bit, mate. I do apologise. But it's nice to have people rolling in. If we could just have a bit of a conversation just before the start of the game, then just to keep me occupied. I did say I'd have a question of the week. I haven't really thought about what that question is going to be. We'll go off the back of this comment from Forest City, saying, got the cops called on me after Benny McCarthy's goal. We're going to go very, very generic. What's your favourite ever Rovers goal? And for me, that is a very tough question. I've just shoehorned myself into an incredibly tough question because there's so many. There's so many for me. So many Rovers goals. I remember because I didn't have iPhone at the time when Mulgrew's header went in. So I was listening to that game, or I was following it live on some pitch map or something. So that one was good, even though I wasn't watching the game. Favorite Rovers goal, there's a lot. Tugai would feature prominently in my list if I could remember Tugai. I can't remember Tugai all that much, which is to my age. I wish I could remember Tugai a little bit more because he was a good footballer. Stephen Reid against Wigan. Oh my God, what a goal. Morton against Pedersen against United. Benny McCarthy against Arsenal. I think the best goal I saw live from a Rovers player might have been Stephen and Zonzi's against Everton. I think it was Everton. It was a rocket from Stephen and Zonzi. Favorite goal. I'm trying to go back and see what my favorite goal was. I don't even know. I really don't know. It's definitely not my favorite, but I'll tell you an underrated one that was up there. And no one's going to say this because it's very personal to me. Was the header from Danny Graham at home against Leeds. And the reason why is I wasn't really following, or I wasn't watching the Rovers games at that time. If I was up, I'd always be checking Twitter, refreshing. But that was the first Rovers game, or one of the only Rovers games that I'd watched since moving over here. And Danny Graham's header was unbelievable against Leeds. Put us 1-0 up inside a few minutes. It's probably not my favourite of all time, but it's up there. Maybe Yakubu against Swansea. That's probably my favourite Rovers performance of all time. Or Friedel's winner, of course. I think that might have been. I was only just born at that point. That was that season, the first season I was alive. Was that Friedel goal? I can't believe I just made a question and found it so hard to answer. Yeah. Another one of my favourite goals was Armstrong's against Millwall, because I remember being at school. I remember sitting in our little common room and I was watching the game on my phone, like before I used to put them up to the TV, and I celebrated Armstrong's winner, and everyone just turned to me as if to go, "What are you on about, mate? What are you celebrating? What are you going on about?" And I was just buzzing. that we just won the game against Millwall, even though we should have conceded a penalty in the 96th minute. But that was a good time. There's been a lot of good goals for me. For different reasons than many might think. But I suppose that's the thing about being a football fan, isn't it? We all have goals for different reasons and the like. We've just dropped to 3 viewers. Can everyone with a Twitter account, can we tweet out that this game's going live? I might put it in the contributors chat just so we can tweet out that this game's going live. Because I could do with more people here. The people who, like I said before, people who we've got here is class. But yeah, we could do with more people. Because, we've got what now? 10 minutes before kickoff. Everyone's at the game, though. No one's going to see it. Everyone's at the game. So we might not get a tweet, but hopefully we get something. We'll run through the lineups again while we've got time. Right, so we'll start with Rovers, because obviously they're the team that we all want to see do well. That's why we're all here. So we'll start with Rovers. In goal, of course, is or what should be Belgium's number 1 in Thomas Kaminski. He is our number 1. 2, Ryan Nyamde. 3, Harry Pickering. 5, Daniel Ayala. 8, Joe Rothwell. 9, Sam Gallagher, the only change. He comes in for Poveda. 10 is Tyrese Dolan. 21 is John Buckley. 22 is Ben Brayton Diaz. 26 is Darragh Lenihan. 27 is Lewis Travis. And for Cardiff, Dylan Phillips is in goal. Joe Baggan, Sean Morrison, Aidan Flint. They've got Will Volks, Bakuna, Kiefer Moore, Curtis Nelson, Marlon Pack, Colwell, and Perry NG. Just got a quick question about Derby. I'll get back to that one in just a quick minute. So just give us a second. I'll get back to that one because I do have some thoughts on Derby. And I'm not a Derby fan, don't get me wrong. I'm a Rovers fan. That's why I'm here. That one's quite obvious. But I hate seeing clubs go under. I absolutely despise seeing clubs go under. And I hope Derby don't go under. Derby might get relegated, and they probably will get relegated, right? But I hate seeing clubs in the financial position. I've worried so much about the various clubs that I support, be it Rovers in the football or potentially St Kilda in the AFL, that, of this pandemic, what if my club goes under? What if my club is, on the financial periphery that, we might end up, losing my club? And no fan of any club in any sport deserves to lose their club. No one. So my feelings on Derby is I feel very, very sorry for Derby fans because they're going to have massive point deductions that's going to make it almost impossible for them to stay up despite their decent start to the season. And, if Derby's the next Bury that they lose their club, that's devastating, not only for Derby fans, but the people of Derby, the community of Derby, the blue-collar fans, exactly, the staff. It hurts, and I hope it never happens with Rovers. But as sad as this sounds to say, you can never say never. The Armstrong sales probably bailed us out as much as we love to see him playing blue and white, and we did. And I miss him. It's probably bailed us out of massive trouble, that 20 million or whatever we got, 10 million because of the 40%. It's probably bailed us out. So I feel horrendous for Derby. As I felt a little bit of sympathy for Wigan too. I'm not the biggest fan of Wigan as a football club, but they didn't deserve to go down that season. Bury didn't deserve to lose their club. Macclesfield didn't deserve to lose their club. It's shocking what's happening at the moment with so many different football clubs. And it could be ours next. You never know. You hope not, of course, but you just never know. So that's my thoughts on the whole Derby situation. And while I'm saying that, we're in financial pain, Ewood looks absolutely barren again. I know we were talking before about the Premier League days. It makes me so sad because I remember when Ewood had 25,000 on every single week, every single time we were at home. And now we don't even get half of that. We're lucky. We're lucky to get 5 figures through the door. We're lucky to get 10,000 plus. It hurts so much. It hurts so much. I'm just glad I've got a football club to support. And for as long as it exists, or as long as I live, I will support this football club. Let's take it back to the football. Score prediction, says Dizzy Thumbs. I think Rovers will get the job done. Dizzy says 2 on Rovers. Is it rude to ask for back-to-back clean sheets? Sorry, back-to-back clean sheets? Is it rude to ask for that? I'm going to go for it. 2-0 Rovers. 2-0 Rovers. Over there, the gap is so big. Teams gamble to make it up. Over here, owners move teams when they don't get the new stadiums paid for by fans. Both are unfair. Well, I mean, we saw the American-ish style of ownership with MK Dons, didn't we? Because obviously they weren't happy with Wimbledon. They moved to MK Dons, new stadium. Obviously the same club like we see with, like San Diego Chargers going to Las Vegas, or St. Louis Rams going to LA. That's just a couple of NFL ones I can recall off the top of my head, or the Seattle Supersonics becoming Oklahoma City Thunder, back in like 2008. It's like owners can just pick up clubs and move them. And while that doesn't happen much in football in England, and they just think of it as like a toy they can just play with, and yet so many lives depend on sporting franchises or clubs. It's just unfair. And I feel very strongly about this because I support a club that is quite affected financially. But I'm going to go off on a tangent. Rovers 2-0, says Jacob. I said exactly the same. 1-1, saying all melancholy now. Come on, let's pick up some spirits. Let's keep it all jovial in it. Let's try and keep it as happy as possible. If you're melancholy, then hopefully I can do something to lift that, Jared. I hope I can. 3-0, says Rob. Optimistic. Probably because I have a single malt in my hand. In fact, I'm tired. So I'm going to get some caffeine. Again, really not prepared, but I hope it's worth it. Diaz drink of choice, but flavoured. Speaking of Diaz, he's on the screen. How good is that? Rovers players are out, and the Cardiff players are out, so we're nearly ready to go. I've got myself, if I can get it in shot, some Pepsi vanilla. Best drink going. Best soft drink going, I reckon. Quality. Let me see if I can quickly scribe down the benches for Rovers. Cadra. Can someone put them in the chat, please? Just so I can, if I miss someone, then we're all good. So Butterworth, Clarkson, Pervader. Butterworth, Clarkson, Eden, and Pervader. Is that the bench? I think that's the bench. Clarkson, Eden, Pervader. And that would make 6. And then Cardiff, I've got to be quick. Cardiff, I've got to be very quick. Who's the backup keeper? Smithies. Quick scribe. Nyambi hat-trick, I doubt it. It would be nice to see him score, though. It would be really nice to see him score. Just going to go McGuinness. I'm going to have to bring this bench up, aren't I, somewhere? 19 is Collins. 26, Ryan Giles on the bench. He's been class to start the season for Cardiff, so hopefully he doesn't do anything this afternoon. I've probably jinxed it. 28 is Sang. 29, Harris. 37, Bowen. 29, Mark Harris. And 37 is Bowen. Right, we've somehow done it. There we go. Right, back to the comments. In 1995, our owner actually moved our team in the middle of the night. I've never seen somebody grow and cry. Who is that team? Who is that team? I think there's actually going to be a minute's silence. Keith Strauss, the referee. So I'm just going to observe this quickly. It's applause. So it's a minute's applause. Again, I'm not exactly sure who it's for. Oh, it's for Jimmy Greaves, of course. Of course, that makes perfect sense. Rest in peace, Jimmy Greaves. Obviously, well before my time, but by all reports that I've seen, a wonderful player. Namely, of course, for Tottenham. And for England, of course. That was very sad seeing that the other day. So, minute's applause is done. All the formalities, or most of them, are done. Dizzy Thumbs says Buckley's going to have a man of the match performance, and in a minute, for a brief second, he's going to have the most passes completed, which I'm sure counts for something because he's going to kick us off. Bucko sneakily becoming a favourite of mine. There's so many that I can get behind in this team, though. Favourite is probably Leighton, just because I know him. I've known him for ages. Then probably Tyrese. Then maybe Bucko, to be fair. Travis, very unlucky to miss out on the top three. And then even Diaz, too. Taking the knee, always good to see a fight against racism happening. After last week, Rothwell was looking to get a start today. I mean, the one change that had to be made, in my opinion, was Poveda, and that got made. So I was happy with that, at least. I hope Poveda does something. Like, people, as we're about to kick off, we've kicked off, so we're away. Rovers from right to left in, obviously, blue and white halves. Cardiff in, like, a baby pink coloured kit from left to right, or shirts, and then shorts and socks are both black. So, interesting shirt colour for Cardiff, for that going from left to right. But the one change for me that had to be made was Poveda. Now, a lot of people thought that people were being negative towards Poveda. But to be fair, that was one of the worst performances I've seen in a Rovers shirt in a while. That said, of course, I want to see him do well in a Rovers shirt. And everyone's allowed a bad game now and then. So hopefully he can just put that behind him. Maybe come on a sub today and have an absolute blinder. I'd be buzzing with that. I'd be absolutely buzzing to see him come on and have a blinder. But time will tell, of course. Time will tell. Sandra says 2-0 Rovers as a score prediction. Again, hopefully you're right. As Ayala clips the ball forward. Looking for the ball, inviting for Brayton Diaz. Keeper's had to come off his line. And Phillips has done all right. Because if Brayton Diaz gets there first, there's either some serious sanctions for Dylan Phillips or Rovers are a goal to the good. Very smart goalkeeping. Good feet from Dolan. Cuts it back. Early chance. Deflected. Rovers want a penalty, I think, maybe for handball. Nothing given. And it's still 0-0. So the ball was cut back. And that's come off the arm. That has come off the arm of Aidan Flint. Now, where was... Well, I tell you what. I want to see it from that different angle again. I want to see it from the reverse angle. Because I reckon Rovers have got a fair claim for a penalty there. For a handball against Aidan Flint. That looked like a spot kick to me. There's that 2-0 prediction from before. Well, Rovers could have been halfway there with an early penalty. Of course, I'm going to be biased, but I want to see another replay of that potential handball. Go Brayton, go Rovers, 100%. 100%. But like I say, I want to see that penalty again. Is this it? Oh, this was the ball in behind for Brio. And he's done very well as Phillips to get out there and an impact on that. I do want to see the penalty again, though. Got a bluebird in the chat, Jack Hughes. That's your comment, mate. There you go. Hopefully your team loses today, but glad to have you here, of course. Pickering moves forward. Dolan back to Buckley. And across to Lewis Travis. Rovers just keeping a bit of possession on early on. Rothwell to move the ball forward. Nice 1-2 with Buckley. Gallagher nearly got in front of him, but Cardiff looked to move the ball away. Long ball over the top towards Kiefer Moore on the left-hand side for Cardiff. Shot was blocked. So, Brayton, let's go. Welcome, Jack. Welcome to you as well. Now, is that Welsh? Is that Welsh or a typo? I'm not sure. I'm going to bring up the translator just in case. I'm going to bring up the translator just to see what he's saying. Good morning, everyone. Good morning to you, mate. That is Welsh. I don't know if we've had a Welsh comment here before, but first time for everything. Good morning to you too. As Brayton Diaz cuts in field and the shot is saved by Phillips. On target though, which is good. Michael Sandback, been a while. It's been a while since I've seen you, mate. Good to see you. Good to hear from you. Sounds like the cough has gone. 95%. It's still lingering around somewhat. But it's not too bad. So I think this is the first time since the Morecambe game that I couldn't watch that I've had Neil Yardley and Warren Lucy on, because I've had them muted so I could sort of commentate over the top of it. Contrary to what a lot of people said last season, I saw a lot of abuse directed their way on iFollow. I actually really like Warren Lucy and Neil Yardley. I don't know, something about Neil Yardley, I don't know why. I just like his commentary style. Maybe because it's Rovers. It just helps amplify watching Rovers. I don't know why, but I don't mind Neil Yardley. Sandback, good to see you. It is nice to have you back. Very, very nice to have you back, Sandback. Has been a long while since I've seen you, mate. Bit of a lull, 6 minutes in. Ball forward to Colwill. It's now Cardiff looking to get their foot on the ball a little bit. Forward now, Leandro Bacuna. Now Colwill again. And a throw in for Cardiff. Question to Jack, who's your favourite Cardiff player of all time? We could ask the question I saw in the Rovers fans beforehand of what's favourite goal of all time, maybe. Because we asked that to all of you lot earlier on, and if you're just joining us and you haven't put in your favourite goal, let me know. The one that I sat on the fence on. It's a long throw. Header on goal. Kaminski spills. Header off the line by Nyambe. Very, very close. Very close. Cardiff nearly a goal up. Kaminski spilled it. Long throwing from Will Volks. Header on goal by Flint. Back to Morrison. It's actually been saved by Kaminski. It's come off Kaminski. But he's not been able to get much behind it. And then Nyambe's headed it off the line. So, close shaves. Very, very close shave. Chris, how are you, mate? We all okay? I'm good, thank you. I'm very good. I hope you are as well, and I hope everyone else is. Nyambe pay the man? Yes. He just bailed us out there. Rovers nearly coming the other way. And Flint has given away a free kick and has been booked inside 8 minutes. Keith Stroud dipping into his pocket for the first time to produce a yellow for Aidan Flint. So nearly scored at one end and now a booking at the other. Favourite goal is a two-guy rocket. Which one? Ball forward to Dolan. Keeps it alive. Tries to cut it back, but in the end will be cleared away by Cardiff. There's so many you can pick from. Was it West Ham? Scored a good one against West Ham, I think. Again, before my time, so. Dandy Chris, especially after the Ryder Cup performance. I've seen that's been on, although I watched about 2 shots last night. Spurs, that was it, the one I'm thinking of. Of course it was. Did he not score one against West Ham as well, or am I dreaming? Did he not score a decent goal against West Ham as well? Tottenham was the main one. No Ryder Cup talk. See, I don't know what's going on. On Saturdays, my mind switches completely to football. Straight from the corner, yeah. That was the one. Speaking of scoring straight from corners, what about Morgan Pedersen this season? Redley scored 3 straight from corners the other day. Mental. Yeah, 7-1. I thought he scored one against West Ham. Didn't score too many two-guy, but they always used to be good when he did score. So what I'm going to assume that if Forest City's bantering everyone else about the Ryder Cup, that the US are doing really well. That's what I'm gathering, because I haven't followed it. Not a massive fan of golf, to be fair, as Pack moves forward, ball into the middle, claimed by Kaminsky. Franco De Santos screamer against Burnley. Take me back. Good ball forward towards Gallagher, but won't get there. I've never been to an East Lancashire derby. I've never been to one live. You can probably tell why. Because a certain relative of mine is a massive Burnley supporter. That, of course, being my father, so that was never going to work well. I remember that game in 10-11 where we won 3-2. I went to most other games that season. Didn't go to the East Lancashire derby. I tell you what, that would have been some experience if my dad's a Burnley fan sitting in the Rovers end. I would have been in a bit of trouble from Burnley fans. So, I hope that makes sense. But yes, when Brian Jensen thought he was fouled, I think Pascal Chimbonda scored in that game, didn't he? There's a throwback and a half. Can I just say, absolutely nothing's happened in this game so far other than the Nyambe clearance. There's been very, very little to talk about, if we're being brutally honest. Burnley are a goal up as well against Leicester. How's that happened then? Good footwork from Will Volkstad, actually. As Cardiff now look to move themselves forward. Won't get too much of a chance, though, as Nyambe steps in. Second time asking wins the ball and turns. So Rovers haven't really had any chances of which to speak. No shots on goal so far, which, of course, we're hoping changes. On ball over the top, in behind for Gallagher, who's onside. Should have waited and squared it. The amount of space that Brio had at the back stick is unbelievable. Could he have taken a touch? Was he trying to square it? Was he trying to shoot? I don't even know what Gallagher was trying to do there, but whatever's happened, it's gone out of play and amounted to nothing. Amounted to nothing. You can see the frustration in Jared's comment there, because that was a chance. Of Rothwell, Brayton, Lenihan, Nyambe, and Mowbray, which ones will be here next season? I'd like to think that Brayton is the main priority. Okay, I'll rank them into how likely. Least, do we go most to least or least to most? I'll go most to least. Brayton has to be number one for me. Then Lenihan. Then Nyambe. Mowbray, then Rothwell. As in priorities. Lenihan, Brio, and TM. I don't think Nyambe will stay. As much as I want him to stay, I don't think he will. Rothwell's going, which by process of elimination leaves the other three. And to be fair, as much as I think Ryan Nyambe is brilliant, I can see Ryan Nyambe going. I can see Ryan Nyambe going. And that will be a massive shame, because I think he's absolutely brilliant, Ryan Nyambe, and I really hope he signs another contract. But I think I can see him leaving. Quick free kick for Cardiff. Ball in first time from Perry NG. Second bite of the cherry. Fights with Dolan. Cardiff end up winning out through to Kaminsky. Did sell Nyambe and FM21 for 14 million. On FM and FIFA, he always seems to sell for a lot if you do a Blackburn career mode. Or a Blackburn save. Ball just fizzed against Dolan. That's unfortunate. Dizzy Thumb says all except Rothwell. I think Rothwell, I would be very surprised if the first game of next season, Rothwell's in a blue and white shirt. I'd be very surprised. Lenihan and Diaz to stay, the others to leave. Players-wise, yes. Manager, I think if Mowbray has a good enough season, I reckon we might keep him on. And to be fair, I was listening to the Rovers Chat podcast this morning. I should say yesterday morning now, because it's just crossed over midnight. Very good podcast. And they were saying on there, Tom, Alex, and Ollie Hayworth, that if Mowbray has a decent season, keep him on. Tom was saying playoffs. Now, if he makes the playoffs, we have to keep him on. Anything else? And then there's a topic of discussion. Gareth on Facebook saying Brio and Lenihan will stay. The rest will go. Great question, by the way, Michael. Got a lot of discussion on here, which is good. I think the overriding consensus is that Brio and Lenihan are going to stay, and the rest is all up in the air. Which would be a shame, as Cardiff have got themselves a free kick. 16.5, just less gone as it's whipped in. Headed away. Out for a corner by Ben Brayton Diaz. Behind for a Cardiff corner. Diving header. Needs to be doing that at the other end, mate. Because we're under a bit of pressure here at the moment. Whipped in from Volks. In towards the 6-yard box. Cardiff want themselves a penalty. And the referee's teasing with us there because he's pointed his arm out as if to point to the spot. But he hasn't pointed to the spot. He clearly hasn't done. I think he's given a Rovers free kick, but he had his arm out towards the spot. So that got me for a second. Promotional gone for me. Harsh. I think it's time for a shake-up. Playoffs are gone for me. Even if he loses, say, in the playoff semi-final, I still think there's enough progression there based on where we all thought we were going to finish. If he gets us up, then he has to stay. And as unlikely as that sounds, like even the most unlike, or even the most optimistic Rovers fans would have thought we were nowhere near promotion before a ball was kicked against Swansea. But if he takes us up, he has to stay. Has to stay. And then we'd have to see then how the first 8 to 10 games in the Premier League would go. Swansea. Speaking of Swansea, and Jack's probably not happy to hear this, but they're a goal up against Huddersfield. Joe Pirro, 17th minute. That's just come up on my screen now. I think that's the first time they've done that all season. Put the goals up from other games. Bournemouth are 1-up against Luton. Nice to know all this stuff. I don't have to change tabs or anything to see it. I can just look at the screen. It's just there. In terms of the Premier League, there's only one goal, and it's Burnley that have got it. Of course it is. That's Cardiff just playing the ball around the back at the moment. It's now with Flint, who was booked earlier on. Quick question saying, what are you watching on? I'm assuming that's the stream. I'm on Rovers TV, mate, but I'm based in Australia, so I can watch it. Leeds 1-up against West Ham? Really? Okay. I just checked and that wasn't there, so maybe they must have just scored. Quite surprising that, actually. Leeds will give up 2, yeah. I don't see Leeds winning that. Let me quick refresh there. Yeah, there you go. 1-0 Rafinha. A lot of people have got him in their FPL teams, so they're all probably buzzing. My week's already down the pan. There's a long throw. Cardiff with the early play at the moment. They're inside our box, saved by Kaminski. Yeah. I mean, everyone's injured or suspended, aren't they? I saw last night Pascal Strack played in the 23s because after he got the 3-game ban for the tackle on Harvey Elliott. You know, their first team can't defend, and neither can the under 23s apparently, conceding 4 last night. 4 all drawn, 97th minute equaliser from Luke Brennan. It's good to see. Run Harrington says, come on City. No. Good to have you here, but no. As Buckley turns, plays to Brereton Diaz. Overlapping run from Pickering is found. And it's now Rothwell. Buckley. What are you saying Travis for? What are you saying Travis for, Jared? No one else has commented anything, so I don't think there's a goal, but what's happened with Trav? Unless, of course, he has scored now. I'm on a massive delay. Doesn't look like that's the case. Brayton looks to take it in field. Breaks to Travis. Out wide now to Niambe. Keep up the good work, says Run. Thank you, mate. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, because it's not just me that runs this. There's tons of other very, very talented and brilliant people on here, Rovers fanatics. So if you want a potential opposition view, then make sure to subscribe and stick around, because there's loads of Rovers content coming up. Get amped over tackles and clearances. I mean, yeah, I love seeing Travis going for a tackle, but when you see it coming like that, you think there's a goal. You go straight to a goal. There is a lot of Cardiff fans here. Fair play. The turnout for Cardiff fans, in the proportions from Cardiff fans to Rovers fans, I've seen a few Cardiff comments. So Datran says, come on, Cardiff. Again, make sure to subscribe. Thank you. Just like Run has done there. Top quality. Yeah, fair few Cardiff fans in here. Hopefully Rovers can get the job done, though. Despite that. As Kaminski goes long upfield, up and over halfway. Ayala should get there. Favourite club goal of all time? Here we go. We asked this one before for Rovers, and I didn't really give an answer. As Brereton Diaz looks to play the ball in behind. Not a bad idea, but won't get through to Sam Gallagher. I'm assuming it would be a goal against Swansea, or a goal to maybe send them up to the Prem. but I'm assuming it might be a goal against Swansea. When Giles comes on for Cardiff, would be lethal, says Datrin. Yeah, I did mention Giles. I saw him on the bench, and he started really well for Cardiff this season. So when I heard was it Joe, the Cardiff fan on the other side, or Tom? Ball over the top. I'll get back to that in a minute. Galley takes it down, shoots, and scores for Rovers! Come on, Sam! Come on, Sam! Come on, Sam! Get in there! The Galley klaxon has rung around again! Ball over the top! Sam Gallagher! How do you like that one? Forest City, get to your pocket, pal! Come on, what a ball that is over the top! First touch was delightful! Top finish for Galley! Third league goal of the season! And can I just say, that's John Buckley with that ball over the top. Picturesque! Oh, John Buckley! My days, he just pinged that from inside his own half, over the top, straight to the path of Gallagher, who takes it down and slots it past Dylan Phillips. John Buckley, what a ball. That's going to be so fun to watch back on Quest if you're able to later on. If you're based in the UK, on Quest or whatever, or on YouTube, have a look at that ball from John Buckley. That is unbelievable. That is one of the greatest Rovers assists I have seen in a long time. John Buckley, take a bow, mate. Take a bow. That is an incredible ball. Galley did the rest. Rovers a goal to the good, and that is quality. Super chats incoming. Get ready for the Galley klaxon. Hopefully we just don't concede now, because they're in our box, Cardiff, but the chance doesn't look as threatening as perhaps 5 seconds ago. They've still got the ball through Colwill. They've won themselves a corner. Let's at least get the overlay changed. Let me at least just see Rovers 1-0 on the screen. There we go. Should be there in about 5 seconds. So nice. There we go. Fair play, mate. Good goal. It was a very good goal. John Buckley set that up. That's a stunning ball. Dizzy Thumbs said Buckley would have a man of the match performance. Just saying, we've spoken into existence. As Volks has got a corner for Cardiff. Header on goal, down into the ground. Well saved by Kaminski. Let's have a look, because there's a lot of comments that I haven't quite seen yet. Given possession away. Gallagher just scored, said Courtney. Yep, we're caught up on that one. Thank you. I don't know if that was before or after I saw the goal. But Cardiff on an attack themselves now. Back now with Marlon Pack. Ball into the middle, headed away. 10 from Forest City. I tell you what, 5 for Sam, 5 for Bucko. Fair play, mate. Fair play. So for Cardiff fans who probably haven't been on a watch-along stream before, or for Rovers fans who are new to the channel, it's a good ball. Oh, my days. But we're all right. Free kick Rovers anyway. Every time that Galley gets on the score sheet, Forest City donates 5 every time. 5, I think that's $5 American, I'd assume. And he's done it again. Unbelievable. So thanks again, Forest City. Absolute legend. Legend of the Rovers chat. Not only watch-along streams, but streams in general. And he's put 10 in because he's put 5 in for Bucko. Brilliant. Cheers, mate. And thanks for all your support, mate. It means the absolute world. Big Sam, he just tucked it home, but it was all Buckley. It was all John Buckley. Great ball over the top. If you haven't seen it, my days, I'm going to be watching that on repeat for a long while. To be fair, Cardiff have responded well, though, to going 1-0 down for all the Cardiff fans here. Cardiff have responded very, very well. 1 goal's not going to be enough for us, I don't think. Run says, what's the score going to be 2 on Cardiff? I'm still going to hold 2-0 Rovers. I'm still going to hold that prediction, which in which case 1-0 would be enough if I don't think Cardiff are going to score. But what I will say, I'll go back on that comment. I'll say I don't feel safe with 1 goal with Cardiff because Cardiff have done all right. Oh, Galley's down though. Galley's down. Get back to your feet, mate, please. Let's have another look at the comments. Let's scroll back up. Bucko must have been using that magic ball from Space Jam over the summer. I haven't seen Space Jam. Heard a lot about it, but I haven't seen it. Marcelo support from Chile, top man. glad to have you here, mate. Clean sheet now, says Randolph. That's what we're all hoping for. Galley was inside the box. Took it inside the box. Just inside the box and took it past the goalkeeper. So it was a good finish, but Buckley made it. Can you watch on Rovers TV in the UK? No. That's about it, I think. I've caught up. Is it me, says Spiritual Games, or do we seem to be doing more about Armstrong? Well, we don't have to rely on Armstrong as much, and the goals have been flowing from not just one source, which is nice. So you've got a point. I'd say so. I mean, we've started the season better without Armstrong than with, which might surprise a few people, but it's been nice to watch. Ball over the top, going to disappear behind. Got to be honest, a lot more interesting than Cardiff live stream. Well, that's what I try and do. I try and be entertaining. Obviously, most of you that are going to watch these streams aren't going to watch the game, so I try and paint a picture of what's going on. And I try and have a bit of fun while doing it. So thank you. Thanks for the support. Rovers stream, sneaky best in the Championship. Why do you need to go anywhere else? Especially if you're a Rovers fan, of course. Shout out to Andy Simcox, though. I'm read all over from Barley. Andy Simcox is unbelievable. Rovers legend, Rovers Chat legend. But yeah, best streams in the Championship. Oh, great ball in behind for Cardiff. Kiefer Moore just unable to control it. But I'll tell you what, they've been all right. They have been all right. Have Cardiff since going a goal down. If we had Armstrong, we would be top. Well, I mean, that's the whole argument, isn't it, Dizzy Thumbs? Oh, that's rash challenge. Should be advantage for Rovers. It is. As Travis streams forward, goes short to Buckley. Sprayed out to Dolan. Can he take on his man in Aidan Flint? He does well. Takes it to the byline. And he's won his side of corner. Well played, Tyrese Dolan. He's brilliant. How good is Tyrese, honestly? He's just won his side of corner. Straight to the byline. Sorted out Aidan Flint. And Rovers got a corner. What was the comment, Armstrong? Yeah, this is the point we were trying to make. Are we better with all that Armstrong? There's my mid-game, my mid-match Rovers question, the big question. Are we better with or without Armstrong? Because at the moment, I'd say without. It's a lot of fun to watch. You know how much I love Adam Armstrong. Get back to after this corner, which is whipped in. Good ball, crossbar. Rovers ever so close to doubling the lead. Was that Ayala again? Nearly on for his third goal of the league season. Back into the middle as a free kick. Ayala puts the ball in the back of the net, but it won't count. Oh, so close to 2-0 Rovers. What a header by Ayala. Peeling off at the back stick. Off the bar. Great work from Ayala. Who's meant to be marking him? I don't even know. He just loses. I'd assume it's meant to be maybe Will Volks was close to him, but he lost his man straight past him. Header cannon off the bar, and he put the ball in the back of the net, but not going to count. Still 1-0 Rovers, but ever so close to doubling our lead as Dolan just puts his head down and drives forward. Brio's back stick, not a bad ball. Brio! Yes! 2-0 Rovers! What a ball, Tyrese Dolan! Oh my days! 2 incredible assists! And Rovers are 2 up! Oh my god, Tyrese Dolan! Oh my days, what a ball! Brio had so much time! Back stick on the volley! I can't even speak! I don't even know which one was better! Buckley's or Dolan's? Diaz! Oh, I don't even know which one was better, Buckley's assist or Dolan's, because both of them are absolute corkers. Stunning ball from Dolan. Brio inside the area. First time volley for 2-0. Oh my god. And Chris, I don't know. I may have just broken the barrier for decibels there, but to be honest, and I hope you're not bothered, I'm not bothered. Because Rovers are cooking on gas at the moment. And obviously we were 2-0 up not so long ago at home for a 3 o'clock kickoff, and we didn't get there. We lost it, and hopefully we don't do the same. But I tell you what, this Rovers team is fun to watch. This Rovers team is so much fun to watch. It's so satisfying to watch. What a ball from Tyrese Dolan. Oh my, what more can I say? Rovers on fire. We're looking for a third. Galley. Let's make it 3. Oh, shot from range is wide. Oh my days, this Rovers team is so fun to watch. This Rovers team is so much fun to watch. Another donation from Forest City. What a legend. This stream is going up and up and up in terms of enjoyment. This is the most fun so far, I think. The most fun watch along. And to say it started in such a rush, this has been so much fun. Thank you all so much. $3. Big up the Pepsi. Look at that. Let's get it in shot. Pepsi Vanilla. Quality. Right, let's get through the rest of these comments in a moment. This has been a lot of fun. This has been a lot of fun. City need to wake up, says Run. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I don't think you responded too badly into going 1-0 down, but it's just been 2 moments of class that have separated the 2 teams at the moment. I don't think Cardiff have played too bad, personally. I don't know if you're watching the game or not, but to be fair, outside of the 2 goals, I think Cardiff have probably shaded it. But it's been 2 moments of quality that have separated the 2 sides, which is awesome. And the moments of quality have been 2 sublime assists. One from John Buckley and one from Tyrese Dolan. And that's what separated the 2 sides. That Buckley one, I didn't think we'd top all season. Well, I don't know if Tyrese has topped it, but he's come close with a stunning ball for Brio at the back post. Anthony says, no pressure on the boys, giving them confidence to play football and enjoy playing. Yes. Yes, they said this as well on the podcast. Is pressure going to weigh in? I hope it doesn't, because it's a free-flowing Rovers team that, without expectation, are just showing their full potential. It's been awesome. Dolan now driving forward. Plays it to Buckley. Brio is back post again. This time not going to get to him. Along the ground this time. Cleared away. If that one gets through, then that one would have been class, but not quite. I'm losing my voice. This is not good. I've got another hour on this. How am I going to do it? It's fun. I don't mind. Right, there's so many comments. We've gone a long way from 4 viewers in the times of it just being me and Dizzy Thumbs in this stream about 2 minutes ago. I've got a very, very nice comment from Run there. As a long shot is deflected. Oh, made Phillips work, but he does well. There's so many comments. Chris saying that he's loving that my voice is going high. That's okay. You know, you got to celebrate when something happens. Go Rovers, go Diaz. Absolutely class. Was a great goal from Brio as well. Absolutely quality. Rob saying 1 more goal and a clean sheet. Can we get the goal here? Tyrese is pursuing Aidan Flint. But there's a free kick of some sort. I don't know exactly what for. In fact, Buckley's down. We'll get back to that in a minute. Can I be a FIFA 22 commentator? I wish. Yeah, I actually want to know this, because to be fair, I don't want to get these things wrong. So if you could, like, phonetically type that in for us so I can get that one right, that would be nice, because I don't want to be getting that one wrong. And if I do get any names wrong, please correct me, because I'd rather be right than not be corrected. So please, if I'm getting names wrong, correct me, because I do want to know. So let me know, Mr. Harrington, how you pronounce your name, and I'll get that one right. But I would love to be. It's not going to be FIFA 22. Hopefully one day I'd love to be a FIFA commentator. I would love to be. Because if I'm in FIFA, that would mean that I'm probably doing some professional football, which would be the dream. It's been the dream for as long as I can remember. And doing commentary for Rovers Chat on Rovers games is mad. Like, it's brilliant. Going to start drinking Pepsi from a teacup. 100% Matthew. Good stuff. Type to talk live stream. Back to rugby for me. Yeah. You know, Cardiff haven't been horrible, but it's been nice to see that there's a gap, there's a gulfing class between Rovers and Cardiff for the moment, at least. It's like Reen. That's not how I was pronouncing it. Okay, so is that right? Come on, Rothwell, let's have a run. Oh, I've got Picker in. It's going to break for him, I think. Oh, he's lost possession, giving it away. Rothwell battling. Nice, Rothwell. So it's Reen. Is that? So just give me a yes if that's right, or is it Ren? Just let me know. Just let me know. And then if you just tell me, I want to get that one right, because I feel like you're going to be here all afternoon, and I don't want to be pronouncing your name wrong the whole afternoon. I've never heard it either, so it's nice to know different names. Yeah, Reen. So it's Reen. Okay, that helps me. That helps me. Apologies for mispronouncing it the whole time. I'm assuming it's Welsh. So yeah, new name. I've never heard that one before. So thank you for letting me know, Reen. Thank you very much. And apologies for mispronouncing it the whole time. But yeah, it's a name I've never ever heard of and would have had no idea how to pronounce if not told. So thanks for informing me. Yeah, I'm really hoping this isn't another Luton. Oh, Bucko. Brilliant, Bucko. Great sliding challenge. The two number 21s going at it. Pack and Buckley. Buckley winning out. What a tackle from John Buckley. Let's just see it to half-time. See it to 2-0 at half-time. And we are living life. Thanks again, mate. Let's see. Can we get a third goal? If we can get a third goal, I'll be buzzing. Nyambe moving forward. I'll tell you what, the question from up here a while ago from Michael, where is it? This one here, 12:14. So about half an hour ago, if we somehow do go up, I think obviously all of them will stay. Would we want to keep them all? Would we send Rothwell out the door if we were to go up, or would we keep him on? Would we keep them all on if we decide if we went up? Would Rothwell stay if we went up? Because we don't think Rothwell's going to stay if we don't go up. But do we send him out the door if we do go up? I'm not sure we do, but it's an interesting one to think about. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, Dizzy. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. If it stays 2-0, I'm fine with it as long as we get the 3 points. So yeah, it could be nice to have a look at. I mean, I am saying not to get ahead of ourselves, but just to see where a win would get us. Burnley are 2-1 up. How? An own goal for Jamie. Jamie Vardy scored at both ends. My days. The elite club in East Lancashire's not conceded, though. That's a good thing. The elite club in East Lancashire has got a clean sheet so far. I think Lenihan is the most urgent to replace of those lot in the Prem. Brio, I think as well. Brio and Lenihan are the main two. I definitely think that Lenihan, especially for his leadership qualities, are obviously crucial. It's not going to break, not quite. Are we up to 5th? Is that right? With 3 points. It says we're still 6th. Surprised no one is taking the mick. Rothwell moving forward. Great run, Rothwell. Inside the area. Can he pull it back? He can. Oh, it just doesn't about break just yet. Dolan's on the edge of the area. Just waiting left-hand edge. Instead goes to Buckley. Curling shot on goal is well over. Sent high and spiralling. So there you go. Rose the best. Ben Britton Diaz perfect. Love from Chile. Good to see you again, Louisa. Another one that I haven't seen in a while. But we're all buzzing that Ben's gone on the score sheet. 100%. Yeah, good finish as well from Ben. We're all saying out the ball from Tyrese. So I was saying out the ball from Tyrese. But still technically that's a tough one to poke home. Still one you'd like to see him get on target, and inevitably he did. But even still, great finish. Is that Brio down? No, it's not. Who's that down? It's Galley down. It doesn't look in a great way, to be fair. I think it's a head knock for Galley as we approach half-time. Reen, are you surprised Ryan Reynolds bought Wrexham? Or happy they bought Wrexham? He says yes. If you'd have told me at the beginning of, say, 2020 that Ryan Reynolds was going to be on a National League side, I'd have called you crazy. Talk about us going up is crazy. It is. And at the beginning of the season, you know, I wouldn't think to entertain, this Buckley ball again. They're just replaying the Buckley one over the top to Gallagher. Oh, my days. This Buckley ball, he's just put it on a plate for Sam Gallagher. And to be fair, Gallagher has to do so much to still finish the job and put the ball in the back of the net, but he's been helped out so much by Bucko. Quality. But yes, I agree, it is crazy. And I sort of said, maybe 15, 16 start of the season. I can't remember what I said for us. I definitely didn't say 6 after 7 or 8 games. Definitely wasn't thinking that aspirational. But we'll take it. Bucko, think you mean Perlo. Possibly. The funny thing is, there was someone who I know personally who was a frequent on these streams early in the season, Caitlin, who has a laugh at me now when I say that Rovers are doing well, because she's jumped on the Rovers bandwagon despite, you know, living in Australia her whole life. She keeps saying, I told you so. You know, you're going to say I told you so. You know, Rovers are going to do well, and, you know, I'm going to be right. I'm going to prove you wrong. Rovers are going to be top 6. I'm like, to say that you've supported the club for about 5 minutes, your optimism is admirable, and I hope that she's right. I hope she's right. Because if we go up, I'll be so happy to be proven wrong. So happy. I think, yeah, Stokes' goal sent us down to 6th. Yeah, that's okay. But we're in 6th. That's fine. That's class. Like, top 6 is class. But then again, you know, don't get ahead of ourselves. I've just said that, and I don't practice what I preach. So we'll move on from the playoff talk. Let's just go one game at a time, and then we'll take it from there. Si, senor. Give the ball to Diaz. He will score. You need to get that going. Sure, that's going in away ends. At Blackpool, it has to be like ringing around Bloomfield Road in a couple of weeks. Speaking of Diaz, nice turn. Now Pickering running down a blind alleyway. Has he won us a throw? He hasn't done. 3 minutes of added time. Few like little injury sort of. There's been no subs, but, you know, a few sort of breaks in play. So 3 minutes. I would have liked less, but, you know, it's probably not too far off, in fairness. So we're through 45 seconds of the 3 minutes of stoppage time. We can get to half time at 2-0. I'd be absolutely buzzing, obviously. Reckon that's Derby done already. That was a comment. If you want, I don't really want to speak too much on Derby. If you want to go back after this and have a look at my rant about the whole Derby situation, because I hate the situation that Derby are in. Derby, yeah, I reckon they're gone. And I feel so sorry for Derby. Is it ricochets? Back to Brio. Is it 3-0 before half time? It's in! It is! It is in! It's 3-0 Rovers! He's made such hard work of it! But Brio with a double! Brio with a double right before the break! I wasn't sure if he was going to seal the job, but he has done just about. He's made such hard work of this Brio. Great work initially. Picks the ball up inside his own half. Ricochets off a couple of Derby players, a couple of Cardiff players rather. He scuffs his first effort. The sliding effort coming in there from Nelson to try and prevent it from going over the line. But Brio's on hand to tap the ball home. 2 for Brayton Diaz, 3 for Rovers. What a first half display. How good is this? Rovers 3, Cardiff 0. Not something I thought I'd be saying about an hour ago. 3-0 Rovers. What a first half this has been. Absolutely unfathomable. The most dominant Rovers first half display I can remember We're going back probably Wickham or Derby last season, which is not far, but even still. It's 3-0 to Rovers. The only reason why I didn't scream because I wasn't sure if Brio was going to finish the job. I wasn't sure if Brio was going to actually seal it because I saw him scuff his first shot and I thought that Nelson was going to clear it off the line. But he didn't, and it's 3-0 to Rovers. As that's half time. So one of the last kicks of the first half could turn out to be its most meaningful. 3-0 to Rovers, 2 goals for Brayton Diaz, and 1, of course, to Sam Gallagher. He opened the scoring after a delectable ball from John Buckley. Brayton Diaz was on the end of another class ball, this time from Tyree Stolen, and the third goal scored right at the end of the first half. Brio scuffing his shot and then just about being able to see it home for 3-0. So half time at Ewood Park, it's Blackburn Rovers 3, Cardiff City 0. Mental. All right, let's go back through the comments. There's going to be a lot of love for Ben Brayton. A lot of love for Ben Brayton. Here we go. Let's go back through the comments. 3-0 says Courtney Yates. How much do we love to see it? Anthony 3-0. A few expletives from across the comments, which is absolutely fair enough to see. So should drink more single malt. Well, if it's going to help us win games, maybe. We're all in disbelief. 4645 says, I used to watch it during quarantine. What happened to Ryan and the other guys? They're all at the game. And because I live in Australia, there's no way I'm getting down to Ewood. So they wanted me on this, which I thoroughly enjoy it. And I hope that I can provide something similar and as enjoyable as Ryan did last season. And Joe and Luke. So I hope you're enjoying it despite the change. Como Sadise hat trick. Surely. If Brio gets a hat trick, I'd be buzzing. Louisa again. Ben Brayton. How good? Want Blackburn in the Premier League. They deserve it, says Reen. That would be nice, let's be honest. I'm not even going to lie. I'm not going to say that it won't be, because it would be. It would be amazing to see us back in the Prem. Who knows? You know what? Like I said, I'm not going to get ahead of myself. I'm not going to say, oh, you know, we're going to be up by May. But who knows? That's all I'll say. Looking forward to match of the day next season. Well, EFL on Quest for now. Like I say, I know as football fans, we can tend to get ahead of ourselves. Can we keep the expectation off this Rovers squad, please? Because when this Rovers team plays that expectation, we are scary and we are so fun to watch. It's unbelievable. This is about as much fun. And I know I lived through a League One season, right? I didn't watch much of that League One season. This is about as much fun as I've had watching a Rovers team in so long. It's so good. Excellent, says USA Fan 24. I think excellent somehow is an understatement. That was so much fun. You know what? I want a minute to go and digest it all. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to quickly get myself to the loo. I'm going to put like a little caption up or something. I might even just leave this screen up. But I'm going to put a little banner across the screen so you sort of know what's happening. I've got to change it. I've got to change the scoreline that's going to be on the banner at the moment. Half time here on Rovers Chat Watch Along. Rovers 3, Cardiff 0. See you in just a minute. The return of Ollie. I'm back. Right. Let's digest that first half. Right, let's have a look. Craigos in the comments. So the one time that Elliot pops in, I know his Newcastle are playing right now, so he was probably just popping in for half time. I'm gone. So I'm back now, mate. That was an unbelievable first half to watch. That was an unbelievable first half to watch. We have absolutely played some unbelievable stuff. I tell you what, mate. When Rovers upload the highlights of Buckley's ball for Gallagher and for Tyrese's cross for Ben Brayton Diaz, I'm going to be sending you those non-stop, mate. I'm going to be waxing lyrical all day on Sunday about how good that was. No matter how this ends. And I don't think we can lose it. Watchers go and lose it from here now. Or watchers lose this lead. Hopefully we don't. But no matter the result, I'm going to have a lot of fun annoying you with all of these Rovers goals because they have been sublime. Eugene says, let's have a look. Where's your other comment? I've scrolled too far down. Haven't seen the game. This halftime is a surprise. Have we deserved 3-0 as a look with us? And to be fair, I don't think Cardiff have played too bad, but it's just been moments of brilliance. I think the 2-0, to be fair, at 2-0, I would almost say that Cardiff, despite the scoreline, have still shaded it. Because I think Cardiff had probably the better of play outside of the two brilliant goals that we scored. But 3-0, I think 3-0 flatters us. And all you want us to say is, oh, we've battered Cardiff. We've battered them from pillar to post. We probably haven't. But, I mean, I'm not complaining. We don't have to batter us out. If we're 3-0 up, then I'll take it. You know, is it harsh on Cardiff that they're 3-0 down? Probably. Am I complaining? No, of course I'm not. Loving this at the moment. It's great fun to watch. And it's good to see you here, Eugene. It is really good to see you here. All deserved, totally outplayed. I think maybe 2-0 is probably fair. 3-0 might be a bit harsh on Cardiff, but hey, like I say, I'm not complaining. Loving it. Absolutely loving it. The freedom to express themselves on the pitch just shows what quality and talent we really do have at the club. The academy is doing such a good job, and these boys look refreshed and happy. To be fair, all the talk was how much we're going to miss Armstrong, Harvey Elliott's leaving, how are we going to replace the goals? Ben Brayton Diaz, simple answer. It's so good to watch us play without any real stress or expectation. It's so nice. Cardiff are a solid team. Defensively, they haven't been brilliant. They've offered a bit going forward. There was a header off the line from Niambe. I think it was a partial save by Kaminski. I can't remember who it was. It might have been Aidan Flint, and it was headed away by Niambe off the line. That was at 0-0, so that helped. Arman, what time are, mate? We're approaching 1 o'clock, and I'm sure, like myself, you're on absolute pandemonium right now, mate. I don't know if you had any team in the grand final, if you're a Dogs fan or a D's fan, or if you don't care whatsoever. I tell you what, if you're a Melbourne Demons fan right now and a Rovers fan, you are loving life. But I tell you what, we could be on for a Brio hat-trick, which would be quality. Would be brilliant. He's been amazing this season. I think he's our number one priority. Has to be for this season. Getting him signed. Yep, that's my point. That's exactly what I'm saying. You're on the same page with me, Anthony, and I like it. He has to be sorted out. Has to be sorted out. Forest City Trivia. Half-time lightning report. Rovers very clinical with service and counter-attacks. City unlucky in some ways, but backline too high. Actually likely 1.6 to 0.5. Changes coming. Expect Giles. Yeah, Giles has to come on. Giles has to come on. Look, I think we obviously deserve to be in front. Don't get me wrong. We deserve to be in front. Do we deserve to be 3-0 in front? Some would argue probably not. I would probably argue probably not. Maybe 2. But 3 is decent. Standout players. Bucko, for me, has been amazing. Brio because of his 2 goals. Tyrese has been great down the right-hand side. I think man of the match for me has to be Bucko in that first half. I don't know if you would agree, Rovers fans, but I think his assist. You said you've not seen this game. I tell you what, once you watch that video of John Buckley's assist, you'll never watch another video in your life. You're just gonna be stuck, just hitting replay. It's just unbelievable, that Buckley assist. Like, how... I tell you what, if there's people still criticising Buckley, and there will be people that are, just have a look at that assist and just take a step back and just realise that we've got a player on our hands. Because we do. Buckley is absolute top quality. He's a diamond in that midfield. Just popped it over the top for Gallagher, and he just did the rest from there. So I'd say main two, Buckley, Brio. Cardiff fan here. This is going to end up 6-0. I mean, to be fair, I don't care what score it ends up as long as we get the 3 points. Cardiff, there's been some redeeming points for Cardiff. Kiefer Moore has been slightly quiet. Aidan Flint, like I said, did have a header cleared off the line by Niambe. So they've had some decent chances going forward, but I think Rovers deserve to be in front. Can't believe 3-0 at half time. Neither can I. You can probably tell if you obviously listen to the commentary and stuff. I can't believe it either. It's been unbelievable to watch. Love to know how much these players are asking. Are still in for contract talks. Well, to be honest, I know we're in FFP. If we can get Brio signed, no matter what it is, if it's reasonable enough, we sign that contract, because he's been unbelievable for us this game. On course for a hat-trick so far. 2 goals in the first half. One was a brilliant finish. One was horrendously scrappy. But they all count for the same. They all count for a goal, so it doesn't really matter. I'm sorry, that Buckley ball over the top, I've talked about it so much and will continue to throughout the duration of this stream. It's just come up on screen again. I tell you what, seeing Gally buzzing and celebrating also makes me happy. But that ball over the top from Buckley. Oh my God. If you can find it on Twitter or something, just so, if you haven't seen it, if you can find it somewhere. And we've also, to be fair, I forgot about the fact that Ayala hit the crossbar too from a header. So, we could be 4-0 up on a different day. But if you haven't seen the Buckley ball over the top, tell right now, just try and find it. Because it's unbelievable. And even the cross from Tyrese to set up Brio. Top finish, by the way, from Brio. But what a ball from Tyrese. It's just been a brilliant first half to watch, really. Brilliant first half to watch. We've played brilliant. It's been amazing. It's class. After watching these highlights, I'd say the same. And to be fair, I'd probably revise my prediction of 2-0 maybe flattering Cardiff, because maybe it doesn't. Maybe 3-0's fair. Despite the scrappy goal, the 3-0 might be fair. Let's have a look. Type of pings of favourite things in football. I mean, the Buckley one was class, wasn't it? The Buckley one was class. Michael says, trying to tie them down to contracts, even though it means selling a player pre-season to keep them afloat. Depends who that player is. Well, I mean, to be fair, we can only sell Armstrong because he was worth something. And the player that's worth the most to us right now is Brio. But then he's the player that we want to keep. So it's a bit of a catch-22, but I don't want to see us sell Brio. I know Ollie's dreaming tonight. Bucko, that ball over the top. I tell you what, you're not gonna get tired of me mentioning it, because we're all Rovers fans here, other than maybe Green and a couple of others that are here, who just says that win, draw, lose, we're on the booze. So who knows? David Waring, Leeds fan. I know Leeds are playing right now. How are they getting on? Leeds are winning, so you must also be pretty happy with life. They're still winning. Rafinha's goal separates the two sides, so we're both pretty happy right now, Dave. Good to see you, mate. We've just played some unbelievable football. Pavada's on the bench. It's been class, really. It's been class. I'm really happy. See the result out. I don't know if we've moved up past 6th. We came into the weekend in 6th, so I don't know if we're still there. If we've moved up, no, we're still there. 3 points off second place, West Brom. I keep saying I do apologise to everyone I've told not to get ahead of ourselves, because I'm now getting ahead of myself. So, I'm lying to myself. The double sub straight away. Ryan Giles and Harris are going to come on. Off is Will Volk, so they're going to try and go for it, which is not a surprise. So Volks comes off, Giles is on, which is the most unsurprising change I've seen so far. And second substitution sees Perry NG come off for Harris. Double changes. Hope Vader comes on and has a blinder. I mean, your tweet last week after the Barnsley game, and I think you made some very fair points in there. By the way, Chris did make you the most popular man on Rovers Twitter. But just to reiterate, I want what's best for the football club, and I want to see Paveda do brilliant. I want to see him do well for us. But if he doesn't need to come on, then he doesn't need to come on. Go ahead, get ahead of yourself. Well, I mean, it's just tying into, I think, if I get ahead of myself, then everyone else might get ahead of themselves, and then the pressure that I might put on the players, from fans saying, "Oh, we're going up," this, that, and the other. I just want to see us play with this freedom the whole way through the season, because I think if we play like this, with the whole notion that that anything's possible, take the reins off a bit, and we don't put any expectations on ourselves, then we're going to achieve so much more. Lots of Rovers fans raiding a Cardiff stream. Make sure to come back if you've left us. I mean, not that they'll hear that if they've left us, but yeah, we need those Rovers fans back because it's been fun. But Cardiff making their way forward. Cross is blocked. It was a Harris cross. Got to start with half on the front foot, agreed. A fourth one would just be the nail in the coffin. And then we could just relax. It'd be like Wickham. It'd be like Wickham all over again. Watching both. Good on you, Stephen. Good on you, Stephen. Good on you, mate. All the Rovers fans that you've seen, are they the ones from this stream, or are they other Rovers fans as well? Because get them all to get over back here. We can just party then, if the result holds. Finally keeping a clean sheet against Volks. I mean, I remember his goal. We mentioned it before, didn't we? For about the two people that were here at the time. His goal the night Armstrong scored, that immense goal away in that first COVID season. That his goal that night was decent. So yeah, we've not conceded to him yet. Oh, it's so nice when a team wins. So nice when a team wins. I was on a watch along before for the Man United West Ham game, Man United Villa game, and a United fan in there said, "I'm going to go and support Rovers." Well, she's definitely not going to, because she's obviously not going to switch a team. But I tell you what, doesn't look like such a bad decision now, does it? The way we've played first half has been unreal. Wonder what this would look exactly. Wonder what this would look like if Nami hadn't cleared off the line early doors. Well, it would be a completely different game, wouldn't it? We'd have gone a goal down. We'd have had to chase it rather than being able to dictate the game. So there you go. Stephen, lots of shout Diaz in his stream. I tell you what, if you score the hat trick, I will just be shouting Diaz for the rest of the stream. Again, Cardiff have done okay in between the two boxes, to be fair. We've got the ball again moving forward. Just keep him out. There we go. Cleared away. Where are my Cardiff fans hiding, says Reen? I'm not sure. There was a few in here before. There was quite a lot in here before. But now it seems that there's only you that are, only that are talking in terms of Cardiff. Or Cardiff on a penalty for handball. Keith Stroud, much as he did in the first half, when waving a Rovers penalty, has done the same. Oh, unlucky Buckley. Really unlucky, just pressing a ton. Can I link the stream? Which one? What, this one? Into their stream? Go for it. Brayton Goat, great work of the Rovers midfield players. I tell you what. Oh, it's been brilliant to watch. Now, is this handball? Let's have a look. Probably not. Probably not. I think if it was the other way around and Rovers were appealing for it, I'd be asking for it. But it'd be a tough one to give. So when we need the Cardiff fans, yeah, it would be annoying for you on an opposition stream having to fight a losing battle when you had fans in here before at 0-0. You could go on you can go and recruit some off the other Cardiff stream. You could try and recruit some just to try and, make this a more enjoyable experience despite the bad result. Victor Martinez, vamos Ben, vamos, 100%, 100%. I was speaking to a guy I was doing an FPL podcast with who got a Portugal shirt, and he said that he doesn't usually buy other national team shirts. Do I get a Chile Ben Brayton shirt? Do you reckon? Does it have to be done? Do you reckon it has to be done? I might have to do it. I might do. Rothwell's team's forward. Buckley, can he give it back to Rothwell? He looks for it. Rothwell's not going to get there, though. Well covered in the end from Flint. Who isn't a yellow card, I'll remind you all. 8th minute yellow. We're here for your Reen course. I said he'd be back, so he's probably gone. But if you are still here, Reen, we are here for you. And let's hope this isn't another Luton. I mean, I think if we were 3-0 up against Luton, we'd have held on, obviously. That extra goal from 2 to 3 helps a lot. But, I mean, Luton did have a 3-0 lead, and they ended the game without that lead. And they obviously drew it 3-3. So, hopefully, it's not a case of another South Welsh side coming from 3-0 down against an English side. Sorry. What's going on in midfield for City? I don't know. We just seem to be just winning the battle, just in general. Like Buckley's had a quality game. Travis has been good. We've just had that edge. It's weird to sort of describe, but it's just been able to just that little bit of quality over the top. So say Travis over Volks in the first half, or Buckley over Pack. We've just had that edge in the battles that has done the job for us. Bournemouth fan in here, hello. James Reed Fan TV says 2-0 Bournemouth. That's a good result for you lot. The guy who stopped the live stream. Was he doing one like this? Was he doing a watch along? Has he had enough? I mean, we're staying here no matter the result. It's a good one for us at the moment. The scoreboard's gone on the stream for me, which is slightly annoying. As Cardiff win themselves a throw. So he stopped the live stream. We're not stopping anytime soon, so maybe the Cardiff fans will come across here. And hopefully the Rovers fans come back. I need to translate your comment, the Ragnarok, so just give us a second. I'll translate that when there's a break in play, and I'll answer that for you. Header on goal for Cardiff, free header over the bar. So go Big Ben. I can obviously... I can understand that one, but I think eventually, maybe after school, when I graduate, I said I'd learn Spanish. I think with all these comments coming in, I might have to. I would like to be able to read them and not have to translate. But let's see what I can do quickly for you. Fulham 1-0 up against Bristol City. Happened? Oh, I just had everything up there. We're back. I think you're asking where you can watch the stream. Brio ball in back post. Galley gets up. Chance Dolan. It's 4. It's 4 for Rovers. Tyrese with a backflip. And if it wasn't game set match already, it certainly is now. 4-0 Rovers. Galley got up to win his header. Down into the path of Tyrese Dolan, and after getting an assist early on, gets himself a goal. Great from Galley to nod it into the path of Dolan, who just prods it past Phillips for 4-0. This is the most enjoyable Rovers game I've seen in a while. Tyrese Dolan with a backflip always puts a smile on my face. Look at him go off and celebrate. Great work from Galley again. And I sound like a broken record, but how good is this? I wish I could just bottle up this feeling. I wish I could just bottle it up because it feels so good right now. Feels so good. Oh, my days. Four 0 Rovers early in the second half. And this is incredible. 4 goals to the good. I tell you what. Let's keep going. Foot on the throat. Let's keep going. Let's go for 5. Because we look unstoppable at the moment. Let's go back to the comments. A Diaz comment for Randolph. Got Tyrese Dolan with a goal. Where's that guy on Twitter that said that Dolan was a League 2 player so early in the season that someone was saying that Dolan needs to be loaned out? No, he doesn't. He needs to be bloody starting for us every week. Goal and an assist. Absolutely amazing. Towering header. Galley looked like a fallen angel. So I saw him get up and win his header down. And when I saw Tyrese latch onto it, I was like, yes, that's a goal. 4-0. Class. Guys going mad. I mean, you would be as a Cardiff fan. I don't even know if I'd be going mad if this was Rovers. Hayden Carter's coming on, by the way. He's getting readied. I don't know who for. Don't be for Ben. Come on, TM. Read the room. We want a Brio hat-trick. Great header from Galley. That was quality. One touch. Finish from Dolan. Chested it down with his first. Prodded it home with his second. Is that Darrell Lenihan who's coming off? It is Darrell Lenihan who's coming off. I can understand it, but again, not a substitution I thought I'd see at the beginning of the match was Lenihan off for Carter, but I suppose we want to protect him a little bit. So I suppose rest for Tuesday. Yeah, I suppose so. I can understand that if we're 4-0 up. I can understand because obviously he's going to play a lot of minutes for us this season. That goes without saying. It's Huddersfield as well. Why do we always play Huddersfield midweek? Well, we did last season and we lost in like the last minute. I think it was Naby Sarr, wasn't it? He got a double. How can you watch from Chile? Well, you've got another half an hour, and I mean it's £10 I think to watch the game, but just because of how well Brio's paid, and I'm not being sponsored by the club to say this, but it's probably worth it the way Brio's played at the minute because he's playing some unbelievable football. Go on to Rovers TV, go on to the Rovers website, Rovers TV, or the Match Centre actually. Go on, yeah. Go to the Match Centre on the Rovers website. Find the Cardiff game and hit watch live whenever you can see that, and then it should prompt you to subscribe to Rovers TV. You can get a pass for this game and you can watch it. But it's on Rovers TV. It's Cardiff move forward. They break into our penalty area, and it's gone behind for a corner. Get Cadron now, says Chris. And we could bring Cadron, but that would just be unfair on Cardiff, wouldn't it? But I'd like to see Cadra play. He's been brilliant for us, hasn't he? Cadra's been amazing. I've explained that really poorly, Victor. So I hope you've understood what I mean. Cardiff have got one back. Morrison, header. Free header got up over the top of Ayala and Niambe. So good header. But we still can't keep clean sheets, which is a pain. No one on the back post. So it's a real shame that we haven't been able to get the clean sheet. Just hopefully we don't self-implode. Is it bad that I'm getting nervous now we've conceded one? I mean, if we concede another, we'll surely just throw everyone behind the ball and we'd be all right, right? Don't say that, Chris, please. It's no longer 4-0, but yeah. How good have we been? Despite that conceded goal, which It's annoying that we can't keep clean sheets. We did keep 2-2, but it would have been nice to make that 3-3. It was a good header, to be fair, but it's what it is, really. As long as we can just hold on. I say hold on. We're 3 goals in front still. We should be able to hold on. Good pressure, Buckley. On the ball. Sure, that's a foul. Not a foul. I would be very mad. I would be very, very mad. I'd be fuming. How wouldn't you be? 4-0 up and you lose, I'd be absolutely livid. You don't win, sorry, I'd be livid. How's Trav playing? He's been outshone by Buckley in the midfield, but he's been good. Cardiff give it away. Buckley, give it to Galley. Oh, he went for Dolan instead, who was central. But still, maybe goals in this for Rovers, which would, of course, be nice. Cardiff have done well second half, though. Just could do with just seeing out the next 10-15 minutes just to ease any potential slight little nerves that I know I've got a few that anyone's just got. Just 5 or 10 minutes. Just see the next little bit of the game out. Galley got up to win his header again. Galley's been great in the air. Travis, there you go. There's his name mentioned, Chris. Good bit of work from him there. And again, give it short to Galley. Back to Ayala. And Buckley. We just enter the realm of absurdity. I know the Czech Tiote one was the last one I can think of where it was 4-0. In fact, there was one sooner in the National League. I think it was Kidderminster and Salford, where Salford were 4-0 up and Kidderminster had 4 late goals to make it 4-4. But they're the only two I can think of, the Newcastle Arsenal one and that one. There are obviously others, but they're the only two I can think of that were 4-0 and then 4-4. So, yeah, we just need to see this next little 10 minutes out. Just at 4-1. And then I don't think even we could bottle it from there. To be fair, it was from a set piece. It's a soft goal to concede, really. Go, Ben. Come on, Ben. Scored twice. We're still hoping for a hat-trick. We're still hoping for a hat-trick. Cardiff have been better second half. Overlap. Again, I think that's the first time I mentioned his name so far. Not seeing him all game. Any subs warming up? I'll get back to you. I think there's one coming on. There's one making his way down the steps with the training stuff off. So I think there's one coming on now, actually. I couldn't quite see who it is. Galley getting up again. Saw ball. Let it run down there. Good lad. So I think there's another Rovers change happening probably now, I would think. I didn't see who it was. It was making their way down the steps to come on. I think I see a green 7, so Redicadra. Relax. You've got the same face. See, whenever... Yeah, I know. I see... Yeah, like... The one thing you've got to know about me, Rob, this might be the first time I've seen you on one of these. I'm a very nervous football fan. So even if we're 4-0 up, I'll relax. 4-1, they get a goal. I'm like, small nerves. 4-2, nerves. It's like, I'm a nervous football fan. I can't really relax until the final whistle. Unless we're 4-0 up in the 90th minute. I'll try and relax, although I'm nervous. Like, that's what being a football fan is like. It's the way I see it. I'm a nervous football fan, and maybe more nervous than some others you might meet. Especially if they get another one, Cardiff. I hope I'm not waffling like a cadre substitution, because I swear I saw someone come down the steps. So I don't know. Are they standing on the touchline? Look like it. I'll get back to you on that one. Whipped in. Oh, I thought there was a free header there for Cardiff, but we're away. Travis. We want to throw. So there is a Rovers player there. Who is it? Is it Redicadra? It is Redicadra, so I was right. It is Redicadra. Again, Tony, read the room. We want a Brio hat-trick. Tyrese Dolan should get a standing ovation, should the lad. Goal and an assist. He's applauding the fans. And rightly, he's been applauded back because he has had an unbelievable game. So Dolan off for Redicadra, who every single time I've watched him play for Rovers has been brilliant. So same again. He's just encouraging the fans to liven up a bit more. Like that, Tyrese. Looks like Luton might be about to do a Luton. Okay, well, I've got a break in play. Let me decipher what Luton are doing. Okay, so yeah, so it's 2-0. Oh, so it was 2-0 to Bournemouth. It's now 2-1. Luton have got a goal back, so they might be working their way back into that one. Possibly. Cardiff fans asking for Watford, even though Mick plays same style of play. Yeah, fair. Maybe they just want a different voice. Possibly because they do play very much the same. Good from Travis to win the ball back. Forward to Rothwell. Someone make a run for him. Anyone. I'll look for Cadra, but headed back to the goalkeeper. Rovers fans tend to be nervous. Yep, of course we do. Of course we do. Because we've had our heart ripped out so many times that even a game that looks so secure can just go from you like that. So, Ayala. He's a tall lad. You shouldn't be that nimble. You shouldn't be that, like, majestic with the ball at your feet. Just turned away. Tyrese applauding the fans and the coaches on his way back to his seat on the bench. Great game from Ty. We've now made 2 subs. Obviously, Lenihan being withdrawn earlier for Carter, and Dolan now off for Cadra. People will laugh at me. I know people will laugh at me for being nervous at 4-1. And laugh at me if you want to, but it's just nerves happen with Rovers fans. It always seems to, because we have thrown away so many games that you'd think would be unthrowawayable. And I know that's not a word, but you know what I mean. Pervader for Galley. Possibly. Butterworth maybe for Galley also could work. Either one of the two would be all right. Ball again into the middle. What a save, Kaminsky. Cardiff are playing some good football at the moment. It was Harris stooping low for a header. And Kaminsky's had to tip it over the bar. It's a good save. I'll tell you what, it's a good save. But another corner for Cardiff. Hopefully we've learnt our lesson this time. Hopefully we've learnt our lesson. We don't concede from another set piece. Because Cardiff are good at set pieces. They're good in the air. So hopefully we've learnt our lesson. And that, they don't score again. Ayala and Morrison renew acquaintances. Just See it away. Just see it away. That one's headed away. That's better, Rovers. Go on, Kadra. Press. Go on, Kadra. Ball lifted back in. Kaminsky, you could either leave that or take it. So good. So good. Sends the ball away straight away up towards Galley. Over his head. Buckley first time over the top. Looking for Kadra, but that's not going to work. That's better. That's Brio. Buckley. So, not a bad idea, but again, not quite worked out. Brio looks taken in field. Rovers getting to the second balls at the moment. Infield to Galley. To try and get out of his feet. Breaks inside the area. That looked like a good challenge for me from Bagan, but Rovers fans wanted a penalty. I don't think there was one there, to be honest. Again, it's given away. Ball forward, miscontrol by Galley. Who have you got? AJ. I don't watch boxing. I don't watch boxing. I don't know. I don't know. My insight would be pointless because I have absolutely no idea. Don't care much for mixed martial arts. Not that bothered. Didn't even realize he was fighting. So, not sure. Who's Rovers' next two games? I know it's Huddersfield midweek. And then it would be Blackpool, wouldn't it, before the international break? So 2 away games in a row. Oh, he's run out of play. Kadra's just run out of play. AJ on points. Yeah, everyone else put your predictions in for the fight because I have no idea. So you can answer Michael's question because I have no idea. And frankly, I'm not bothered who wins. Well, I mean, obviously, because AJ is a Brit, it would be nice to see him do well. So hopefully it may be AJ, but I'm not sure if he will or not. And like I say, my insight's pointless because I know nothing about the sport. Other than the fact that AJ is quite decent at what he does. And that's obviously an understatement because he's quality. I should really relax, shouldn't I? I should relax. I should relax. AJ 10th round stoppage. There you go, Michael. Another prediction for you from Kevin Bradshaw. Good to see you, mate. Back to Kaminsky. Brio. Back to Trav. Yeah, I'm all good, mate. Still in lockdown, which is quite frustrating. But otherwise, I'm all right. Life other than lockdown's going okay at the moment, so thank you for asking. It's obviously pretty early in the morning here, but at the moment, buzzing with the Rovers result at 1:30. So, football's keeping me going. Even in lockdown, football's giving me something to look forward to every weekend. Yeah, it's been so frustrating to see. It's been really damning. It's been really, really damning to see all of that happen. It's a real shame, Spiritual. It's a real shame. Lipton again. Kaminsky, get back on your line, pal. Corner Cardiff. Aki 3 up against Morecambe. Bit of a local derby there. So who's whipped that ball in there? It was substitute Giles. Again, he's been good. He's been really good since coming on. So I don't know if you're still here, Ian, but there's your positive for the game. It's Ryan Giles coming back for you. He's been good. So this time a corner from the left. Deeper ball, deeper delivery. Blocked en route and rifled over the bar in the end from Flint, who has scored a few goals this season for Cardiff. I tell you what, they're playing some good football. It was headed straight into Carter. It was on target the first one. Second one, not so much. Who got up the first time? I'm not sure who it was who got up the first time. Oh, maybe it was Flint the first time, then Bagan to follow in. Or Bagan. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Again, Cardiff, if you're still here, Cardiff fans, let me know. Because I haven't watched a lot of Cardiff. So 15 minutes to go. Rovers still 4-1 up. And somehow, I'm still nervous. As is the life of a Rovers fan. Notice random. How Ross County getting on? That is very random on a Rovers stream. But I shall check for you. As Rothwell drives forward. Good run, Rothwell. Was he fouled? Referee says no. Gets through to Kadra anyway. And that is a Rovers throw. Let me check for you quickly how Ross County are doing. While we've got a little bit of a break in play. If my one football can work for me, which it does. They're drawing against Motherwell 1-1, 76th minute. They went a goal down and then equalised. And it's 1-1. What about Joe Harvey's Hearts? Mr. Joe Harvey. Let me have a look again. Hearts are winning 3-0 at home to Livingston, so the Joe Harvey effect must be. Cardiff really streaming forward at the moment. Ball into the middle. No one was there, though. Cardiff have been much the better side in this second half. They're only drawing the half at the moment, but they've played much better football. Much better football. Galley, just hook it clear. Hook it clear, Galley. Poor ball from Bagan going forward. Galley just tried to run it out of trouble. Just send it away. Send it away. As time trickles down now, I'm slightly more confident that we can get the job done. The other game that we haven't mentioned in Scottish football regards Rangers, and they're winning 1-0 away at Dundee. So, Damari Gray's got an assist. That's going to help my FPL team. Thank you. Anything else happening in the Premier League world? West Ham have equalised. Junior Firpo own goal. Watford have equalised. Sars scored. Josh King assist. My FPL team's down the pan. Absolutely down the pan. But Rovers aren't at the moment, and that's good. Cardiff have played some good stuff though, second half. And Rovers, really, second half haven't been at the race. He's taken our foot off the pedal after going 4-0 up. Looks as though Rovers are about to bring a third and final sub on. I'm not sure that's the case. I just saw someone just accessing the stairs, but I'm not sure. Not sure about Pompey. Just give us a sec. Let me just watch the ball go out of play, just so I'm not missing anything. Cardiff attacking again. Just wide from Joel, the left back, Joel Bagan. Just wide. Cardiff, I tell you what, Pompey 2-1. I've got 5% on my phone, so I'm running out of battery. So if you've got any questions, if someone in the chat could help out Spiritual Gains or whoever else is asking any question. Cardiff have absolutely battered the second half. But that's okay, because we've got a pretty healthy... We started the second half with a pretty healthy advantage to begin with, so it's all right. But Cardiff have absolutely battered the second half. But we battered them more first half, so that's all right. Bristol City have equalised against Fulham. That'd be a good result for Bristol City. It's clipped forward from the goalkeeper there in Phillips. Kadra tried to control. Did he? Oh, he's not giving us a throw there, but thought that Rovers deserved. Is that our ball? No, it's not. Again, Rovers players furious at Keith Stroud, but giving it against us again. Long ball at field. Cardiff trying to, play long ball football, taken down by Travis. Pickering. Long down the line. Sean Morrison should really deal with this one. And he will. Less than 10 minutes to play. I think I can breathe slightly easier. I think. Harder to practice than to preach, though. Easier said than done. So Ross County, I know you asked the question. I'm assuming you've got them in a bet. So we're now on Ross County watch, apparently. By the way, Bristol City's goal, Casey Palmer, by the way, as Colwell's come off for Cardiff. He was meant to be, the star man. I think I heard the future Aaron Ramsey on the other side, and he's not really done too much, but neither have many for Cardiff. Who's come on for him? Was it Collins? It was. So James Collins is on for Cardiff, and Colwell's off. That's their third and final change. Morecambe 3-3. Parity restored. Rovers had any yellows? Not that I've noted down. There might have been one that I've missed. I know that Flint had one early in the game for Cardiff. I don't think we've had a yellow. Travis sidesteps one challenge. Plays the ball out wide. There was two Rovers players there. It was in between Kadra and Brayton Diaz. It's Kiefer Moore's, on his haunches. A few Cardiff players feeling the effects now. Travis has been tidy. Again, overshadowed by Buckley. Definitely in the first half. He's probably had a better second half as Travis, as Teo Eden will come on for Rovers now. So he will be the third and final change for Rovers, the new signing from Lincoln. Good to see him on. Will it be his first game at Ewood? Because Barnsley was his debut, wasn't it? Rothwell off. So if we're still on Brayton hat-trick watch, he's going to get the rest of the game. In fact, have we made 2 changes now or 3? Oh, I forgot to note down Carter on the bench. That's why, because we have made 3. Thought we made 3. So who's off? Lenihan's off. Rothwell's now off. And Dolan's off. There we go. Diaz. Traditional 4-3-3, mate. 4-3-3. Diaz quality, 2 goals. Absolutely brilliant. Dolan, goal and an assist. A lot of quality performers for Rovers today. It's been nice. It's, obviously with the whole Armstrong thing. When Armstrong left, we all thought, how much are Rovers going to be affected? Well, it looks like at the moment, and I stress at the moment, I think we look better without Armstrong. I think we look better than Armstrong. Leeds will be sniffing around Diaz next season. It depends what division we're both playing in, because obviously I don't think Leeds will go down, and I don't think we'll go up either. But Leeds not in the best position at the moment, and we're not doing too bad. So you never know, I suppose. They were linked with him, weren't they? in pre-season. Hopefully he stays. But I think if we do sell him, people were saying, oh, that £7 million would be a waste of money. I think we'd get that back and then some, personally. Especially if we can, finish off the season well. What was Buckley's assist? Oh, mate. How have you forgotten, mate? I know you're joking, but how can you even claim that? How can you even mention the words I've forgotten and Buckley's assist in the same comment? Because my days. I won't spend too long on it because I've spent a lot on it already. But if you haven't seen it, quality. Leicester 2-2, Burnley in the mud. Come on. We play better as a team without Armstrong. Agreed. Wholeheartedly agree. Brayton looks a different player since coming back from Chile. Or playing with Chile. Great tackle. Who's that? Is that Pickering, maybe? Stunning tackle, whoever it is. Getting back on terms to stop Ryan Giles, who whips one in straight away. Will, I'm trying not to get ahead of myself. So, again, I'm saying one game at a time. Look, who knows, realistically. I'm trying not to... I'm not going to say, yes, we're going to make the playoffs. But, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's just enjoy today. I don't want to sound like a pessimist, but I think this Rovers team plays better with no, objectives. Oh, Brio! Oh, shot on goal, well saved, well repelled by Phillips. I was trying to find a word as Brio unleashed a shot. He's nearly lashed that one in. That would have been some goal, by the way. Good save from Phillips. First Rovers chance in a long while, but I was trying to say that we perform better without expectation, so that's why I'm not going to answer that question, because I think if we put too much expectation on this team, the team might be swamped by it. And I hope not, because I think this Rovers team, we said it a little bit last season, this Rovers team's different, I think. This team's different to most other Rovers teams that we've seen in the past. And, in the fact that I think the mindset's there. We've got players who are driven and, look like they might succeed for us. Yeah, I'm glad you're thankful with that answer. I'm glad you're thankful with that answer, because I've sort of answered it, and to a decent enough abilities. Buckley puts the ball in, not a bad delivery. It's going to break for Diaz outside the box. I looked across for Eden, who had already gone, and Cardiff could break. They might get themselves under the consolation here. Rovers getting players back, which is good. Ball whipped into the middle, headed behind for a Cardiff corner. Do you not think that a happy Adam Armstrong will make this team any better? Harsh him say we're better without him. 29 goals can't be overlooked. I agree. Look, I agree. I'm not saying that Armstrong, with Armstrong, we might be a better team. That's obviously hypothetical now. Thing is, I'm just saying without Armstrong, we look like a more potent attack, despite the fact that we had the most potent player in the league last season outside of Ivan Toney. If that makes sense, I think we look more well-rounded. So instead of people saying, all right, we're just going to lump the ball in behind, play Armstrong in, we've got Armstrong, Brio, Dole, and Kadra. So we look a more complete attack. So that's why, despite how good Armstrong was last season, and he was up there with the best Rovers player I've seen, I'm not doubting Armstrong's quality at all. But I think, as a side, we are more threatening without him. But I agree, 29 goals can't be overlooked. But if Brio can get 20, if Dolan can chip in with maybe 10, Gallagher can maybe chip in with 10. It's... Ayala's had a couple. So do we really miss Armstrong that much? Of course, he was brilliant for us. I'm not denying that, but do we miss him that much? We do need Andy Watson on the case. This is the question. First time Rovers have won in the top, being in the top 6 for years. When we always get up here, we always seem to falter, and we haven't done today, which is good. Brio looking to drive forward. Gives the ball across. Galley, turn and shoot. Parried. Chance for 5. Ricochets. Kadra. Cleaned out. Penalty. Chance for a hat-trick for Brio. Could be a hat-trick for Brio. Is Brio going to get his chance? Has to be Brio. Has to be Brio. Has to be Brio, please. Yellow card for the goalkeeper. Galley with a shot. parried away by Phillips, and cleaned up in the end was Cadra. I don't know what Dylan Phillips is complaining about. It's a clear pen. It's a clear pen-o. To be fair, there was a challenge on Buckley that could have also been given, but I think the second one made Stroud's decision easy. Has to be Brio. Is it Brio? You better believe it's Brio. Come on. Come on. Grab the hat-trick, mate. Grab the hat-trick. Grab the hat-trick. Make it 5-1. Go on, Brio. Could be the first Rovers hat-trick since Armour last season. Brayton Diaz sends him the wrong way. Diaz, our Chilean master, has got himself a hat-trick. What a player he is. Diaz, 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 Diaz. Cool penalty. Cool penalty. Hat-trick for the Chilean sensation. Hat-trick for our red-hot Chilean. Hat-trick for Ben Brayton Diaz. Absolutely class. And it's made my weekend. It's made my weekend. Ben Brayton Diaz. Adam Armstrong who? Party in Chile. Party in Chile. Party in Blackburn. Party in Melbourne. Party around the world. Diaz fever has swept across the world, and it's been more infectious than this COVID pandemic. I tell you what, this man is quality. 5-1 Rovers. 5-1. Blackburn. Unreal scenes. 3 minutes of added time, and we're through almost the first minute of that. Let me update the scoreboard, but it might be 6. It might be 6. Cadra's teaming forward. He's got Gallagher waiting. Eden, Gallagher, shot blocked. Thought it was going to be 6-1. This Rovers team is something else. We're still hungry for more. This scoreboard might not be changed to 5-1 for long, because it might, if I'm being greedy, it'll look like we're on for 6. It is 5-1 to someone who just commented that. I'm just changing the overlay about now. Free kick for Rovers. There's the overlay change. There you go, mate. But yes, it's 5-1. And man of the match, guess who? No prizes. No prizes for guessing. Too early for Brio Golden Boot? Is this another one where I can say don't get ahead of ourselves? Sips Pepsi. No sooner have I finished one can, will I be cracking open another. Buckley with the free kick. That's the fridge drawer. That's the one. There you go, mate. Sorry, it just takes a little. It takes a little bit of time. It takes a little bit of time just to edit it. As Rovers have won the ball back, I've got myself another can. Can we make it 6? Are we going to try and make it 6, or are we just going to go to the corner? Got nothing to lose in trying to make it 6. We've lost the ball. Get the Pepsi out. Ask and thou shall receive. Teo Eden. In fact, it's Nyambe. Buckley lofts it in. Cleared away by Pack. Cardiff want the full-time whistle. Carter back to Kaminsky. The Cardiff stream's going mad. Drop hop in. Drop hop in. Brio's boot will be filled with Pepsi. Class. Keith Stroud, we're all waiting on him to blow the full-time whistle, which will end what has been a very, very enjoyable afternoon. Long ball forward from Kaminsky. Well up and over halfway. This scoreline is unreal. Happy that is though. I agree. I would not have predicted a 5-1. And you'd be hard-pressed to find a football fan, never mind a Rovers fan or a Championship fan, that would have predicted a 5-1. Unbelievable. Do you reckon... Wait, what's the Cardiff stream? Stephen. What's the name of the channel? Full time? Come on! Bloody get in, Rovers! Get in there! What a win that is! That was so much fun to watch. That was so much fun to watch. I hope you lot have enjoyed watching that as much as I have. Oh my days, that was remarkable. Brio hat-trick. Goals also for Galley and Dolan. So complete. Every Rovers player played well. But one man that played better than everyone was Ben Brayton-Diaz. 3 goals for the Chilean maestro. 5 for Rovers on the day. Cardiff had 1 as well themselves. But at the end of the day, it was Rovers who got the job done. Full time at Ewood Park. It's Blackburn Rovers 5, Cardiff City 1. And Reams being a good sport about it too, mate. I know it's not been a great afternoon for you, but we're happy to have you here. But we're glad that your team's got battered. But thanks for joining us this afternoon. It's been much appreciated. We hope you've enjoyed it somewhat. GG says Forest City. Scoreline's unreal. Nerve-wracking last 2 minutes. I thought it was going to end 5. Good comment, Michael. As for me, I'm going to just keep sipping away at this Pepsi and we're going to digest this game. Brayton confidence off the roof since playing for Chile. It's quite remarkable, isn't it? It's quite remarkable. High five. High five. Virtual high five. I hope there is someone else doing this with me. Else I'm going to look like an idiot. But to be fair, I don't really care. I don't care. Cheers. Cheers to that. Cheers to that, everyone. He's ended it. Oh, okay. Fair enough. Well, I'm not ending this one just yet. If you're happy to stick around for a little bit longer and digest that, I'm more than happy to. I know it's nearly 2 o'clock here in Melbourne, but I don't think I'm going to sleep in a fair while off the back of that. What a result. What a result. I hope you all enjoyed the game. I certainly did, Reen. Who have you got next week? From a Cardiff point of view, let's go to next week. For a Rovers point of view, we're just going to sit here and analyse. Brayton-Diaz over Messi. I mean, we all know who that real GOAT was when Chile played Argentina in the summer. It was the Rovers lad, not the new PSG signing. We know that. We all enjoyed it. Big Ben Diaz. Great stream, Ollie. Thank you very much. Thank you for being here. Plenty to analyse. There is. FM Works is here. Get in, he says. Good to have you here, Danny, mate. Good to have you here. Quality. West. Oh. Can I apologise in advance? Good luck. That's all I'll say. Right, Rovers. Let's analyse it, Rovers fans. Come on. Because we've got so much to talk about, and it's got to be around the one man, the man of the match, Ben Brayton-Diaz. Here's my next Rovers burning question, or the big question, so I coined them. One word to describe Brayton-Diaz. I want one word. One word. That's the challenge. One word to describe that performance, please. Has Messi ever scored a hat-trick at Ewood? You've got a very good point, Barfly. You're going out to watch it? Fair play, mate. Fair play. Fair play. Can I just say, 39% possession Rovers had all game. And we won 5-1. Just shows that possession isn't everything. Where are we in the league? Says, who was it? Stephen. Remarkably, off the back of that, we haven't moved. But rather nicely, we have opened up a 3-point gap between us and Huddersfield Town, who we do, of course, play midweek. But the goal difference is 6. We're 3 points off the top and only 1 goal difference now off West Brom in second. So the top 6 now: Bournemouth 21, West Brom 19, Coventry 19, Fulham 17, Stoke 17, Blackburn 16 in 6th. Diaz, first hat-trick, right? Yes, it is. Ben, greetings from Chile. Greetings to you too, Alvaro. Very happy, and you are too by the looks of things, and that makes me happy because Ben Brayton-Diaz has made us all very happy. Hey, if he doesn't sign a new contract, it doesn't run out this summer. So if we sold him this summer, we'd be getting a fair bit for him. So could we adopt the Brentford model and be all right? Season ticket, what a waste of £50. Hey, well, at least you've not travelled down. At least you've not travelled down to Lancashire to watch that, because it would be a very tough journey back. Look at the positives. There aren't many for you, but try and find one, Reed. Try and find one. Right, one word. We still haven't got one. We still haven't got a one-word answer for Brayton-Diaz yet. Can we get a couple, please? Because there are a few Rovers fans in here. Cardiff have a tough run, next 4 games. West Brom. Reading are a bit of a shambles. Swansea, they've done all right. Let's read through these fixtures and we'll get the one words in. So today's games: Reading, Middlesbrough 1-0, 1-0 to Reading early kickoff. Bournemouth 2, Luton 1. Birmingham 0, Preston 1. Rovers 5, Cardiff 1. Blackpool 1, Barnsley 0. Bristol City 1, Fulham 1. Forest 1, Millwall 1. Sheffield United 1, Derby 0. Stoke 2, Hull 0. And the last one I've just missed. So I do apologise. Lovely, says Michael Sandback. Annoying, says Reen. I can understand that one. And I can understand this one. My one word that I'm going to give to describe Brayton Diaz, I'm going to say dazzling. That's the one I'll give because I think he was amazing. But we're going to say dazzling. Right, I'm going to translate this comment very quickly. So please bear with me. There's another Chilean comment here, Spanish comment. If there is someone who can speak Spanish and English in the chat, it would be nice if I could, potentially have a translator here. Magical, says Kevin Bradshaw. I'm just quickly trying to translate this this comment in Spanish. I'm not sure. So if someone could translate that for me, that would be nice because Google Translate's not working for me. But please subscribe if you haven't done already, Nicholas, because, like you, we all love Ben Brayton Diaz here. And even if I can't quite make out what you're saying, we do appreciate the support and we do love Ben Brayton Diaz. So cheers to that with the Pepsi. Magical, says Kevin Bradshaw. Class, says Randolph. Probably one of my favourite words in the English language is class. Reen says, in all honesty, fair play are the better of us today. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. I hope that you can resurrect it somehow tomorrow because, tomorrow's always a new day and all that. Hopefully you can somehow put this behind you and have a decent Sunday because you've been a top sport about it, pal. It's been good to have you here and best of luck for the rest of the season other than the reverse fixture. Well, hopefully a repeat of this again would be nice, but for the rest of the season, best of luck and thanks for being here today because I know it will be tough for you being a Cardiff fan. Eugene says transformed. Brayton better than Messi. There we go, says Gabrielle. Absolutely class. And I do apologise, Nicholas, that I can't speak Spanish. It's something that I pledge that I will do. But yeah, I do apologise that I can't quite translate your comment. Have a rugby game tomorrow. Imagine if I lose that too. You won't. You're gonna. I don't know what position you play, but you're gonna score a try, or your team's gonna win. Good luck, mate. So Rovers fans, let's have a look. Man of the match, we know is Brio. So what I'm gonna ask is, who's your second man of the match? Who's your one down? Because Brio's the obvious one. We obviously know Brio's man of the match. Who else were you impressed by? And that might be my question that I'm gonna ask. Another Spanish comment. Let me see if I can translate this one. Let me see if I get a bit more luck. Plays prop. Okay. To be fair, I don't really watch much rugby, so. Scored 3 goals. He did. Brio is class. Buckley, yeah, I think Buckley deserves all the credit. I think the ball over the top. And look, I've mentioned it so much, but I've mentioned it because I can. Yeah, I got there, Michael, with that one. Cheers. But yeah, the thing is, I think Buckley, that ball over the top was one of the most brilliant assists I've seen from a Rovers player in a long while. It was amazing for Galley, and it set the tone. I think he had a good game in midfield. I think Travis was better second half. I don't think he was bad first half, but I think second half he just upped it a level, which was good. Maxi Hernandez with the Chilean flags. Very, very nice. 34 viewers on the YouTube. This is brilliant. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you do so for much more Brio Diaz content. A lot more Brio Diaz content. I can't wait for the post-match review on this game, I tell you. Galley had a better game and looked really hungry and confident. I tell you what, the thing I was really impressed with Sam Gallagher today was his aerial presence. He got up for everything. Like, he was going up every aerial duel. He was going up and trying to get something on it. And I was really impressed with him today. I think that, he's not been the Rovers fan favourite. We all know that. But I think today he had a top game. I thought it said Queen, but that's what I translated it as. So there you go. Whatever works. Well, Brio scored 3. That's what we need to know. And thanks for all the support. It's nice to see, obviously, with the last international break that we had a couple of weeks ago, all the Chilean fans hated Rovers. I'm glad to see we're all back on side now. It's nice. I like it. But back to Galley. Yeah, I thought he had a really good game today. Like, his goal he took well. I mean, it was put on a platter for him by Bucko, but he still had to finish the chance, and he did so. So that was good. He got up for everything, as I say. He was a real menace. He really helped make Dolan's goal. So that was good. So yeah, Galley was good for me today. But I don't think there was a Rovers player that had a bad game today. Every Rovers player did their job, even the defenders. I know Lenihan probably, he got withdrawn earlier on. Ayala had an okay game. He hit the crossbar. It's easy to forget as well. So look, it's one of them where, if that goes in, then we're talking about Ayala scoring another one. So he was good. I think Lennon was probably the quietest. Pickering was all right. But again, wasn't bad. There was no bad Rovers player today. But Pickering's piecing together a decent Rovers career now. If I just read down that 11, Travis, brilliant. Buckley, brilliant. Oh, Travis, great. Buckley, brilliant. Rothwell was good, I thought, making driving runs. Every time he picked up the ball, looked like doing something. Tyrese Dolan, we haven't even got onto him yet. He was amazing today. Deserved a goal, got one. His assist for Brio's first was insane. Galley, we've talked about, and Ben Brio Diaz, man of the match, with 3 goals. I mean, to be fair, the first one, was, a great ball from Tyrese, but he still had to finish it, and he did that. Second goal, it was a bit scrappy, but again, it counts. Third one, penalty, had to put it away, sent Dylan Phillips the wrong way, and easy as you like. Overall, a very good day at the office. PSEB Sellers says, just need to be consistent now. Yes, we do. We just need to keep this form going. We need to go to Huddersfield midweek and go there and win again. And then Blackpool, local derby, first real local derby this season. We've sold out our allocation. It's something like 3,000 Rovers fans going to Blackpool. Like, we've got to go there with the knowledge that we've got 3,000 Rovers fans behind us. With the knowledge that we can go there and win. With the hope that we can go there and win. Because there's going to be the noise at Bloomfield Road next weekend from that Rovers away end will be scary. So yeah. Wrap that first 11 in Cotton Wool. I mean, we can't, because we've got to go there. We've got to go to Huddersfield and do something. We can't wrap them in Cotton Wool for Blackpool. That's why I didn't mind the Lenihan change. While I was, I didn't think I would be seeing Lenihan withdrawn. I obviously didn't mind the change, obviously. But yeah, I didn't mind it because obviously we are trying to wrap him in cotton wool, and that makes sense because we don't want to be seeing him get injured in the last 40 minutes when the game was pretty much wrapped up, or when the game was wrapped up. So I like that change. But yeah, that was decent. But we need to go there with the same 11 unchanged again, and try and turn Huddersfield over. Because we've got to, as good as this game is, as good as this win was, we've got to put it behind us. And we've got to go to Huddersfield and get something to carry on this momentum. Because I tell you what, 6 points from 6, despite the plaudits that we'll receive from the press, and the attention that we'll probably receive, which is I can't even say the annoying thing about this game, because there's nothing really annoying about it, but the one sort of devil's advocate sort of thing you can say is maybe this might be like after Wickham, where teams tighten up and we might not be able to play with that freedom that we've cherished so much earlier this season. But I mean, we're winning games of football. It's nice. That's how I want Ben to play in October. That's how I want Ben to play every week. And you know what? Chile has revolutionised him as a player. So that's been class. Abracadabra. We've got Redicadra. We do. He did okay. Elliot's back in with the Diaz comment. I don't know how Newcastle ended up for you, mate. I know it was 1-1 at one point, but I don't know if that held. I'm not too sure. It did hold at 1-1. I don't know how you're feeling about that. West Ham got themselves a win. 90th minute. Help my FPL team. That's okay. Good night, mate. Good night, El. It's 2:00, so fair play. I've had a very good one, mate. You can tell by the scoreline that I had a good game. You can tell by the scoreline, pal. And that probably means I've got a Brereton Diaz in form to work into my team for FIFA. How am I going to get him in? I'm going to make it work. If he's left wing, I'm going to sell Saint-Maximin and get Brio in my team somehow. I'm getting old. I remember Rovers winning 5-1, and I'm assuming that means getting beat by City 6-0 a week later. Well, hopefully we don't get beat 6-0 by Blackpool a week after this one. I don't see Blackpool scoring 6. Famous last words. But in between now and Blackpool, we've got Huddersfield away. So I think the focus has to turn to Huddersfield. And if there are enough of you that want to go ahead with a discussion about Huddersfield, maybe like a 5 or 10 minute discussion on the game against Huddersfield, then I'm more than happy to facilitate that. Because like I say, I'm not going to be able to sleep. I've got 3/4 of this can left that I've got to finish. So I don't mind having a bit of a natter about Rovers. Don't mind at all. If you want. That was in the 80s. Yeah, it was a while ago. Still happened though. Is there a way I can like rewind this? I don't know if there's a way I can rewind it. I wouldn't mind rewinding it just to see like all these brilliant highlights again, but I don't think there's a chance I can do that. Well, that's a shame. Do we want to have a quick 5-minute discussion about Huddersfield? The people that are still here. Just a little preview of Huddersfield. Because to be fair, I wouldn't mind that. Just so we can, somehow draw a line under this game and move on to Huddersfield. 2 away games to come. That's the thing. Like, obviously, away games are tough. They say in the Championship, if you can win at home and draw away, then that'd be positive. Huddersfield have lost today against Swansea. It's almost a case of, I know we've won 5-1 today. This might sound a bit negative, but if you offered me a point against Huddersfield, if you offered me a point now for the Huddersfield game, chances are I'd probably take it. Because I think that would be a tough game. It'd be a very, very tough game. But then again, the momentum that we've got off the back of this game will be crazy. So we've got to go there with a mindset to think we can win. I think both those games. I think the Blackpool game was tough as well. They're not going great, but a local derby's a local derby, isn't it? Should use the armour money to secure Niambe, Lenihan, Diaz, and Rothwell to longer contracts. I think we've said this right throughout the stream. Naive Steve, I haven't seen you right throughout the whole stream, so maybe you've come on after full time. But we've said this was one of the main topics we've discussed throughout this afternoon or this early morning for me. Is we ranked where the priorities lie, and we all agreed pretty much that Brereton Diaz and Lenihan are the main two. That if we're going to get 2 out of any of them, we've got to get those 2 tied down. And that's exacerbated now with the fact that Brereton Diaz has just scored a hat-trick. So Brio, I think, is the main one for me now. Yeah, I agree, but I think it's going to be a tough one. Of course, we'll want 3 points. No, it's all good, mate. Like, you've not been here, that's fine. Like, you haven't seen any of these discussions that we had, that's fine. And I'm fine to relay those discussions to you. But no, we all completely agree with the comment. We all completely agree. It's just where we think that'll go. But no worries, mate. No need to apologise for anything. I take 4 points from the 2 away. I think we can go to Blackpool and take all 3. It's just that Huddersfield game that we're talking about now is, would I take a point against Huddersfield? I probably would. Would I take all 3 against Huddersfield? Of course I would. If we can get 6 from those 2 away games, then we're loving life, aren't we? It's class if we can get that. Yeah, mental to invest 12 million in Brayton, not to go all in on extending his contract. I think there was talks with Brio. I think that's last I read. I think there was talks. So hopefully that contract gets signed. We're all happy, and he just morphs into just a world beater that we all know he can be. Because let's face it, Brio's still not that old. I mean, I probably could have phrased that better. He's still like, early 20s, isn't he? He's only 22. Well, that's only 22. It could be anything. He could take it to another level. So I hope we can see that in a blue and white shirt. And, if we're in the Premier League in the next 3 years, I'm not saying that we will get promoted, but let's say we do go up in the next 2 or 3 years. I want Ben Brayton Diaz as part of that side that, takes the Premier League or takes us to the Premier League. Like, not to be greedy as a Rovers fan. Yeah, it can happen like that. And to quote Star Wars, twice the prize, double the fall. Or twice the rise, double the fall. I'm not sure. If Elliot was still here, he'd make sure to quote me right on that. But it's one of those where if you build yourself up, you can fall very quickly. So I can see that comment. Naive Steve, hats off to Mowbray. Got the team selection and sub bang on. I mean, Gallagher coming in for Poveda was an obvious one, I think. I don't think Poveda was too good against Barnsley. I think he was really poor. Like I've been saying for ages, I hope that Poveda finds the form that we all know he can find and becomes a really important player for us this season. Because I think he can be a good player that could differentiate us. But having Gallagher come back in, especially against a side like Cardiff, who we know are good in the air, he was just able to combat the likes of Flint and Morrison a little bit. Just getting up to win those header, the nod down for Dolan's goal, the finish for his own goal. Not his, didn't score an own goal, but hit for his goal was class. So the team selection was good. The subs, I think bringing Carter on, while I was initially surprised, obviously completely understandable. I think protecting Lenihan really smart, leaving Brio Diaz on, kept the show rolling. That was nice. Bringing Cadra on, we've liked seeing Redick Hatcher so far this season. I think he's been great for us. And Teo Eden came on for a bit. He was good. So yeah, he did really well. He managed the game out really well. Even at 4-1 when we thought, just don't bottle this, he was calm. I think everyone was, just not me. But there you go. Camilo Brayton, the best, absolutely class. Feel we're selling club at Rovers. I think we now buy to sell was the Venky's plan. Well, I think it's worked well for Brentford, hasn't it? Because they've got likes of Mopay that they've bought and then sold. Watkins they've bought and then sold. Ben Rama they've got for nothing and then sold. And it's helped them get to the level they are now. Like, it's helped them massively. To the point where they're now in the Premier League. And if we've now got Armstrong, Brio, Travis, Niambe, Lenihan, perhaps, that we could all sell as bargaining chips after getting them for either or making profits on them. I know we didn't get Brio for very little. We got him for quite a lot, but the rest were cheap or academy players. Then we might be able to make our way towards promotion. Like, no one knows really. All right, I'm going to wrap this up in a couple of minutes because I feel like I could talk for hours, and after a result like this, a 5-1 like this, I'm buzzing, but I'm very conscious of the fact that I need to sleep, and I've got study to do in the morning for exams that are coming up, and I need to rest myself. But you know how much I love talking about Rovers. You lot might know me for 5 minutes. You might have met me, at the start of this season, but you've got to know I love talking about Rovers, so I'll do it for another few minutes, and then I'll head off to bed. I can see an offer coming in from Spain in January for Diaz. If it's daft, we'll take it. All right, very last quick question. Naive Steve's comment. Let's say an offer comes in from, I think it was Sevilla that were linked in January, right? Sevilla have come in for an offer. how much are you accepting? What's the least you're accepting for Diaz, and be reasonable? Don't say 100 million. What are you accepting? Because for me, I think if he continues on this form that he's on, it has to be 15, 20 million for me. And I know that's a lot, but we're in no pressure to sell. Has to be 15 to 20 if we're going to sell for me in January, because we are under no pressure to sell. And that's the thing under Armstrong. We were under pressure to sell, and we're not under pressure to sell Diaz. So 15 million for me. Huddersfield's a massive game now. Promotion 6-pointer. It's nice seeing 6-pointer in a promotion sense, or a top 6 sense rather than a bottom 6 sense. It's nice. Nothing more 25. That's a little bit unrealistic in my opinion. 12 million plus, probably fair. I think I'd say a little bit more. 15 mil unless he wants to leave. I mean, he seems to enjoy it at Rovers, so hopefully not. 14 to 18. Contract up next summer. I think he's next summer. Do we not have another year on him though? Do we not have like a clause to extend with Brio? I think so, right? I might be wrong there. I know we do for a couple of players. Minimum 12. I say minimum 15, but 12, yeah, a couple, that's a consensus. Diaz, good. Very, very good, Lucas. He was amazing. Hola, hello to you, Felipe. Hope you're pretty happy with the Diaz performance. Apologies for you, though, because you've joined the stream just as I'm about to end it, but we're just going to have a quick discussion. The question I'm asking is, if Brio, because obviously Brio's been really important for us, how much are we selling him for in January if an offer comes in? I'm saying 15 million. Anything less, we just send that back straight away because he's worth so much to us. But masterstroke in the end to sign Brio Diaz, even though if it's taken a little while to come to fruition. And that's a good point. Welfare of the club comes before any player. But if the thing is, if we have a chance to go for it and go for a promotion with Brio in the team, and we're not going to break the bank bringing other players like Derby have, if we go for it this season and we don't do a Derby, apologies to all Derby fans who may watch this, there probably won't be many. I'm very sad that's what happened to Derby. Like, I don't dispute that, but if we are reserved and we keep within our means, we might as well have a go and keep him, and then sell him maybe at the end of the season for 15, 20 million, like Armstrong. 3 years and a new passport before the player emerged. Sometimes that's what it takes. And you know what? It's been a strange road, an unusual road to Rovers' success. Not a well-trodden path, changing national allegiances from England to Chile. But you know what? It's been a fun one to watch as a Rovers fan. To not only watch him play for Chile, all the fanfare, but also to watch him come back a different player for Rovers. Alexander Haben, good to see you, mate. 20 million for Diaz. Yeah, 20 million I think you take. Snap your hand off even in January for that. Because then we could go back in for Madja and then some. We'd be fine for FFP. We'd alleviate that cloud over our head somewhat. We could maybe drop ticket prices. I think we should do that anyway, regardless if we sell Brio or not. But we maybe have more of an incentive to drop ticket prices because we've got a great revenue coming in. I don't think Brio would be on too much anyway, wages-wise, but, it just opens up the door. But I think, I don't think he will. I think contract, because even if we sign him up for another couple of years just to be able to get, an extra 5-10 million for him, then none of us do. But, like, if we sign him up for 2 years, then who knows? Then we might be able to get another few million for him anyway. If Chile do this for Diaz, we should tell Scotland to take Galley. I tell you what, maybe Galley, maybe Galley could do the same thing because Galley looked good today. Galley looked good. We know Galley's capable of good too. We know he's got potential. Highly rated at Southampton. I'm sure he's only 23. I don't think he's much older. Maybe 24. Or he's 26. Okay, I underestimate that. 23. What? I didn't think he was 26. I forgot the fact that he was on loan 5 seasons ago. I thought he was younger than 21. With that money, I'll consider putting an offer in for Cadra. How much would Brighton want? I don't want to open up that as a question, because I realise I've been on here nearly 3 hours and I need to sleep. So that might be one we might discuss next week, or or midweek for Huddersfield. In fact, someone here, maybe like a naive Steve or a Forest City if you're still here, or Chris or Alexander, someone remind me to ask that question about Khadra. How much do we think we'd need to buy Khadra? Because it's not a bad point. I mean, I wouldn't break the bank for him, but somebody remember to ask me that question, especially after today. Diaz is a keeper, not Kaminsky style, of course. Yeah, brilliant point. He's a top player, Brio Diaz, and that was so brilliant to watch him score a hat-trick. If Armstrong was 15 million with a track record, 15 million is a lot and a good deal. But yeah, we were under pressure to sell Armstrong, though. We're not under pressure as much to sell Diaz, which means his price will probably go up and maybe match, if not usurp, the one for Armstrong, because we're not under as much pressure to sell. Which is my point on it. Anyway, I keep saying I'm going to end this stream. 5 million for Khadra, I take that. I don't know, because Brighton rate him quite highly. So I have to see. But he's done well for us. Maybe it might be something we have to exercise. Maybe Brighton think he's, too highly rated that he might go back and play in their first team next season. But yeah, we still have Dak to come back. That's, how are we forgetting about Bradley Dak? Anyway, we're going off on so many tangents. I've got to end this stream. It has been a lot of fun. It has been the most fun I've had, not only watching Rovers, not only commentating, not only having a chat, not only on a Rovers Chat stream in so long. It's the most fun I've had in any facet of life for so long. And I tell you what, I'll be back for Huddersfield next week, and I cannot wait. Couple of days. It's only a few days away. We go back again. We go again for Huddersfield. But that was such a brilliant performance. When is it? Is it Wednesday or Thursday for me? I just want to make sure because I don't want to miss it. So it's the 29th for me, which would make it a Wednesday. So it's a Tuesday night, 7:45 kickoff at the John Smiths. Be here if you're not in Yorkshire. Be here if you're not there at the game. It should be a lot of fun. If it's anything like this, then it's going to be absolutely class. But I've been Ollie Walker-Peel. Make sure you follow Rovers Chat on Twitter, on Instagram. Subscribe on YouTube. There's a lot of content coming, especially if you're a fan of Chile or Brio Diaz. There's going to be so much content, especially off the back of this game. Cheers, Ollie. I'm going to leave you with this comment. Great day for Rovers. Hasn't it just? Hasn't it just? Thanks for all the support today on this game. Final score at Ewood Park. Rovers 5, Cardiff 1. I've been Ollie Walker-Peel. Take care, stay safe, and bye for now. Come on, Rovers!
The Rovers Chat YouTube channel is proudly sponsored by 6yardsout.com. They've got retro football from every era with mugs, phone cases and much more. They also have plenty of Rovers goods, including apparel with the famous 94-95 season and this season's kit. Check them out using the link in the description below.